We're live. Oh, we go live. Everyone's like, I'm stopping the shit talking right now. That's.
Oh no, I was waiting to make sure the mic was hot so that it would get all of it.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome to episode 7 of Traveler. Today's episode will be called The Exodus, and we are going to continue our story that we're in like this winding down of this arc, but you guys are totally going to be in control of the paths that are in front of us. But some of that decision making is going to have to be made in situ, because you're going to be thrown into scenarios as we move forward where I'm just going to say you're in the scenario, now what do you do? And this is going to be one of them. So I'm going to have a rather long monologue here to open up the episode. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to, interject them. But for the most part, let's try to get the opening scene set before we move too much onto what we're doing forward. Everybody cool with that?
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to take that as a yes from everyone. All right, so we left off last time, and you guys had gotten back to the planet, no more than had a meal before, oh my god, there's another crisis, and you had to go save the spokeswoman, the paladin's wife, from basically from rebels who were, too busy killing other humans to be concerned about the fact that there's giant aliens invading the planet. And you took care of all that. You did a really good job. You brought the person in for interrogation. As after that session was over, you guys came into your base of operations, which I guess is the Orkin, and the Prime Paladin had returned and called you guys in for an intelligence summit. During this intelligence summit, there were lots of important leaders giving briefings on all of the super secret things that are going on, and gave the party a much wider view of what's going on the war front. And not a lot of this news is actually good news. So the first thing that came to light was there was a deep reconnaissance mission to a neighboring sector that had also been invaded by the Chitin. This reconnaissance mission came back, and the commander of that force reported that the entire sector had fallen, basically. The Chitin had taken complete control of the sector. And the main shipyards for that sector were not destroyed as all the other structures normally are when the Chitin take over. Instead, the Chitin had built a giant citadel on it, floating in space. This shipyard appeared to be putting out a new brand of ship for the Chitin, where the traditional shipbuilding methods that are being used... Raven, I'm getting feedback from you. The traditional shipbuilding methods that are being used by the humans are now being used by the Chitin, but they are still using their biological ships. Basically, what they're doing is they're building ships that have armor. That the biological functions are toned back, and most of it is mechanical instead of biological. These ships showed up in the next briefing. So the very next briefing was the Battle of Westons, which was going on while you guys were on your stealth mission. 100 ships were sent from Zion Trey to help defend Weston. And a major space battle occurred where enemy ships showed up. These new ships with this armor showed up, and they were able to spew out missiles and torpedoes at a rate that was almost unheard of. And yet, the human fleet managed to have almost a 5-to-1 kill ratio. But there were quite a few of the enemy ships, and only 3 friendly ships returned, which is obviously horrible, traumatic news for the defense fleet of Zion Trey. Furthermore, the alliance of man that is, in this sector is, well, it's having quite a bit of a problem, because now that all those ships are gone, many of the worlds are recalling their own militaries and vessels, and they're on the verge of abandoning the alliance because they're all going to look out for themselves. The defense fleet has been shattered. The last of the intelligence briefings was yours. It was a private session between you and the Prime Paladin where he very carefully listened to your explanation of what was going on, and decided that while something needed to be done, it was going to have to wait until after they dealt with the immediate problem, which is that a huge fleet is on the way to Zion Trey, and we're gonna have to figure out something to do here. Now, this is one of those points where we can do it a couple of different ways. I can walk through the events that are leading up to something, and we can jump right into the next event. Or you guys can take some of your time with the information I've just given you and digest it and ask questions, do some shopping and do some prep. Because what you're going to be asked to do is just a heads up. You're going to be asked to be pathfinders for an Exodus fleet. Basically, the civilians on Zion Trey are going to be evacuated in face of this huge fleet that's coming in. And by pathfinders, what they mean is there's a station with supplies on it that they're going to send you ahead of the fleet, and you're going to land on this station and secure the supplies. You don't really know a ton of details about it or how it's going to operationally work out. Just know that one of the 3 ships that returned will be assigned to your group of civilians, and you'll be reporting to that commander and acting as pathfinders. Because you'll be away from the world for a while, you might want to make some arrangements, because there's no guarantee you'll be coming back to Zion Trey anytime soon. Or I can just jump you straight into that part of the session.
Big shopping.
Yeah, we don't want to make the assumptions that we've got like a bunch of gear when we don't. So
Okay, that's good.
goodbye.
Completely acceptable. So what I'll
Also,
do...
we should have a huge influx of money if we've turned everything in finally.
You absolutely have. So... Well, let's do this. First off, our timeline is you just came out of your briefing to the Prime Paladin, and he has excused you while he does mission planning for what, he wants to do to defend Zion Trey and the Exodus and all this other stuff. You did get paid. Every character in the party is 100k heavier with cash. And you also had an additional 2 weeks that you can add to your studies. If you want to try to slate some points. If that pushes anyone over for a skill point, let me know.
Finally get the chance to...
Yeah, it should push me over too.
It pushes me over in turret, so I gotta roll.
And it's an education roll?
Yep, it is.
So what do you roll?
It's an education roll.
So you just roll, and if you get an 8, you're good. Or yeah.
Yep.
8, you're good.
That's right.
What happens if you don't get it? It's just gone.
Well, it's a study session. I think that you don't learn anything valuable from it is the answer.
I got an 8,
All you need.
so I can put a 0 in recon.
It's your first one. Then you only need 1 study session, and you can put a 0 in recon. That's correct.
Oh, I got nothing. I actually rolled a 2.
2. God. So you're supposed to steer the ship, and that was not the joystick you were grabbing a hold of?
Thanks.
Yeah. I say that I was probably spending too much time making fun of the Vargar pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lieutenant Wolf does not like it when you do that. Warg. Warg doesn't like it. Ghost, you got yours?
I did roll. I got 9.
Yeah.
So my turret goes up.
Yep. If you are at 0 or 1.
I was at 0. I have now done 2 study periods.
So you're at 1.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
So is it the same thing? So I guess it's 2 study periods for anything going up from a 0 to a 1 is what we're talking about.
Yes. Or if you're taking it from, an untrained to a 0, it's just 1 study session.
Gotcha. And you have to roll a what?
Education roll?
Okay, so 2 die then. 2D.
Yep, 2D plus your education.
Nope, I didn't make it.
You don't have 1 point? Sorry. 2 points.
I rolled a 6. You said I need to have an 8, right?
Yeah. I just thought you had an education modifier.
Oh, I do, but not going to go a 7. It won't be 8.
Alrighty. Well, sucks. That's Kizik. You had 1?
No, I'm at 2. I cashed in a couple of weeks ago.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's talk cash and equipment. So obviously, with a a defense of the planet going on, weapons and armor and stuff like that are going to be really hard to come by. Most supplies are going to be very, very sought after, and there isn't going to be any more coming into the planet for a while. Going to
What about the ones we ordered?
The ones you ordered will most likely still be at the store if you want to go talk to the guy. I know what you're looking for.
Yep. I'm gonna go get it. Go pick it up.
Okay. Is that the only thing that you're dealing with?
At the moment, I hadn't thought past that. If that's the question.
Yeah, that was kind of the question. That's that's fine.
Past that thought.
So, let me flip to the map so I can stuff up.
I mean, I might pick up some shotgun ammo, but that's about it.
I'm gonna try to get a bunch of camping stuff.
It's a good idea. I thought I had a thing for his. Oh, you know what? It's probably not the design tray. It's probably the starport map. Sure is. The one I need. Alright, so Mott Dur, you roll in and he's got your hammer. There's a line out his door. It takes like 2 hours to get in there. And when you get in there, his shelves are completely bare. He's got such severe markups. Of course, he's mumbling something to himself. And when you roll in, you notice that he's also got boxes stacked behind the counter. That's obviously not weapons, but he's been taking like things in trade in lieu of credits for a lot of his stuff. But you've already paid for yours. So you have any conversation with him, or you just take your hammer?
What kind of trade stuff you got there?
He's like, well, I figure food, especially Vargar food, since we're a minority, might be hard to come by. So I picked up a bunch of that, but then, whatever people had that might look like it was valuable. I got a bunch of random stuff in here. I got fuel cells for power armor that I don't even have. I've got a couple of mod kits. Just, random stuff. If you got something you want to trade for, I'm doing kind of a swap meet thing here. But I'm out of almost all my heavy artillery, grenades, light portable weaponry, you name it. I've sold out.
He needs weapons, so if we had like a stockpile of shit we've been collecting, that would be useful.
I mean, absolutely. What would you want for it?
I will have to talk to my quartermaster officer about that.
Does he have an advanced base?
Oh.
Does he have an advanced base? That is a thing in the catalog. I don't know if it fits on your ship. Let me check real quick. Probably could get a hold of one.
This gravity hammer is awesome.
Supply catalog.
Paid 56.
Thank you. 6.
Yeah, I'm calling John up. I'm be like, hey, you know that stash of weapons and fuel we picked up?
Sure do.
There's like a fire sale going on right now.
Oh, we can make some money then, huh?
I don't know about money, but we could make something.
Okay. Well, I'll get that stuff over there.
That advanced base will fit in your cargo hold. However, if you take that advanced base and you take your tank disassembled into crates, your cargo hold has 1 ton of cargo left. That's it. Also, Mott Dur is completely willing to trade you some stuff. Like, he'll trade you that advanced base. Like, he can get his hands on that.
So the tank is still not fixed yet, right?
Yeah, you guys used the tank in the last episode.
Okay, good. I forgot about that. I thought we had to get it repaired, but I guess we already did.
You already did that.
That's fair. We're getting ready to do we're being stationed as pathfinders.
Yeah, what does he suggest? Are we gonna need an advanced base? I mean, like, I'm thinking if we're gonna have to camp out for a while, Having power and air conditioning and all of that stuff would help.
Well, I mean, the only thing you know about doing is the station raid so far, but you're going to be sent ahead of the fleet to a lot of different environments. So that is a very versatile thing for long-term assignments, and you can certainly work that into your plan. The question is not, is it the best master key for this immediate problem? The question is that going to fit your style of how you want to tackle problems in the future? Does it work for the team to do it that way?
Yeah, I got you. Because we've got a ship, right? Like,
Yep.
One of those camper tops for the ship for extra storage.
just a bunch of tarps.
So there is a rule for cargo pods, but I don't actually know it off the top of my head, so I'll just say that they're not available at the moment.
All right. So it is a possibility in the future. All right.
Yeah, it is.
I was making a joke. Thanks, Traveler, for screwing that up.
Does everybody have like gear that they have? Is everybody cool with their weapons or loadout?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I need a little bit of shotgun ammo, but I'm not. I'm sure we have that in our own stockpile. So, being as we got the shotgun from that stockpile.
Right.
I like to buy a couple toys, so
What'd you get?
I like to go after the. I didn't get a chance to snag it on our last outing, but I did want to get the Gauss sniper rifle.
Ooh, that's going to be a difficult thing to get a hold of, but I did promise it to you, so I'll say that Mott can find one, but he's going to want a significant kickback of the other weapons you've got in exchange for it.
Define kickback.
Well, you guys are trading him weapons for weapons, so how many assault rifles do you think in this scenario is worth a Gauss rifle?
Well, I've got a big game rifle.
That's a good start. Big game rifle also breaks, so you'd want to sell it to him. So, if I were in your shoes, I'd lead with something like, this is a lot easier to maintain and use than a Gauss rifle.
Absolutely.
How many rifles do you guys have? Do you remember?
Nope. We picked up 2 of those rifles.
Yeah, but you picked up a ton of assault rifles and other shit too.
We did. I don't know what we had. What was on the ship, though, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and call it 2 cases of assault rifles and a case of pistols and a bunch of assorted ammo stocks with it. The 2 big game rifles. You guys also picked up some special weapons that I hope people kept track of along the way. I have a vague idea of what some of them are, even though you guys don't.
Did we keep those plasma pistols?
There's a plasma something that Matt got. There's a plasma pistol. I got an assault shotgun, which I assume is not actually a special weapon, but I like it, so that's really all that's important to me.
As long as you're happy with it, it's not a special weapon. Were they plasma pistols? I thought they were different kinds of pistols.
I thought they were plasmas.
Did we actually identify what they were?
No.
I don't think you guys did. No, you did not. I think that may have been an assumption. That's a good question too.
As I didn't pick one up and try to use it, I have no idea. I defer to my second, who knows everything.
I didn't keep track of plasma pistols, sir.
That was a hint that you were supposed to lie there. Check it.
Oh, sorry. I
Way
got them
to
right
go.
Here.
It's
Way to go.
Plasma pistols right
What
here. in
the
the
actual
box.
Yeah,
fuck?
he missed the
Sorry
wink
about
wink on
that,
that
sir.
one.
it's
Never admit you don't know.
it's cool. I got your hint.
One of us admits he doesn't know, the other one steps in, and it seems like we're all legit, but really it was just a code.
So
I see.
So you find your 2 mag rail pistols, not plasma pistols. I'm not even sure plasma pistols are a thing in Traveler. You find your 2 mag rail pistols that you had in storage, and they're laying right next to 2 flashlight-looking things that you never figured out.
Yeah, we figured out what those were. They're just unpowered side thingies.
No, they're not.
I thought we figured that out.
Nope.
Right. Well,
There-
I don't know what I've been smoking.
Yeah, no, I have one of those on my wrist. It is not the same thing as you got. We didn't turn them on. We couldn't find the power supply for them.
Oh, that's right. You shook it in front of your face and tried to turn it on, and I prayed, but no one heard my prayer.
Choking back a comment. Oh man.
I might snag a mag rail pistol. Actually, it is slightly better than a heavy revolver.
It is shorter range.
Never mind. Let me keep my hand cannon.
What about
No, the mag rail's longer range.
Is it?
Yeah, the heavy revolver's at 10. The mag rail's at 15.
Oh yeah.
Mag-
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Yeah, the mag rail does have auto 4, so
Yeah. That means every pull of the trigger, 4 shots.
But it holds 20 rounds versus the revolver 6. So, you can't turn auto off. It's just always auto.
I think you can turn it off. I'm pretty sure the rules let you use it single, and there's 2 ways to do auto, I think.
It's single, burst mode, or full auto. And full auto, you pull the trigger 4 times at 4 bullets apiece. So you'd have to reload after 2 rounds. Or you shoot it in burst mode, which gives you just an extra +4 to damage.
There you go. I store information in my players, and I just withdraw it when I need it.
I'm gonna ask all those questions again.
I know. Oh, me too. It's
I don't,
it's
I
kind of
don't
like
use the range stuff yet, so I haven't.
Yep.
I haven't bothered learning it. I've been trying to learn just melee.
it's just Greybeard doesn't know this. When we start playing Edge of the Empire, he's going to be like, "How do I dual wield weapons?" I'm going to be like, "Maul, how does he dual wield weapons?"
If you want to dual wield weapons, if you want to dual wield melee blades, if you want to hit something so hard its entire lineage ceases to exist, I'm your guy. Oh, blowing things up and missing fingers, drugs,
Yeah.
all the drugs. How to make the GM not want you to do drugs. I got it.
How to make the GM learn a completely new way to play the game because he has to deal with a very special character.
Have you ever used vomit as honey mustard sauce?
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I saw the quotey fingers around that special character.
Yeah, Johnny Nups. A lot of drugs, not a lot of fingers. And he had a pet rat they had a telepathic bond to. He also mind melded with a rancor by jamming a thumb up its butt.
He thought he did all those things.
They all happened in his head.
Did it? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they definitely happened for him. He also mind melded with a shotgun. That one didn't go as well.
All right. So, you go ahead and pick up your Gauss rifle. It costs you guys a significant chunk of your rifles, but it doesn't sound like anyone else is going to use that barter for anything. You guys want to pick up any? You know your first missions to a space station are going to be away from base for a long time. So obviously, if you want to ramble off some supplies here and write it down in your notebook, now's a good time to do it. You can get a lot of general supplies for some rifles right now.
We're talking about like food and stuff like that. Food, water.
Yep.
Things like that, I assume.
Pick up page 54 and page 55 from the supply catalog.
The whole page.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, there you go. ×2.
infinite rope.
54, 55.
The portable fusion generator is going to be a little hard to get.
Okay.
The rest
Yeah,
of that
that's-
stuff is
that's
pretty
good.
good.
That's a little out of my price range.
Sleeping bag torso. Yeah. Other than that, 54 and 55, you're good. You can get one of all those, or in some cases, you'll probably need a handful of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm going to say that takes up a ton of your cargo is just a crate filled with those contents. Someone write that down.
So we're grabbing everything on 55 then?
54 and 55 except for the fusion generator.
Oh, come on.
Do you have 1,000,000 credits to spit out for it?
Screw the,
No, not
base
not there yet.
generator.
While everybody else is looking through, like for actual, like relatively, I've got a go bag already. I'm looking for the most computer savvy looking guy, and I want to buy a computer from him.
Okay, so there's one of these gamer cafes like you would find in Asia, like Korea, and the guy's not doing a ton of business because everyone's panicking because end of the world and all that. So he's taken to selling off some of his really high end hardware to stay in business. He's having kind of a gamer yard sale. So what do you want to pick up from him? He's got all sorts of semi legal contents too.
Yeah, I need his biggest computer. If I can get a tech level 12 one that's got that computer 3, that's what I'm looking for. Then I want to look at all of his software package that he has available. I'm hoping he's got a decryptor, maybe some kind of intelligence interface.
The decryptor's super illegal, but he rolled a 10, so he's got it. So yeah, he has all of that. It's going to charge you about 1.5 times what it's actually worth, but it's not as bad as the markup on guns.
Oh, then I want to see if he's got a universal translator package.
What page is that one on?
69. It's tech level 12.
Nice.
Yeah, 1.5 times. So are you going to trade any of those rifles for him?
I mean, I'm just sitting on a bunch of cash, so I'm going to just pay up.
Okay. Well, then you can just buy it outright if you'd like.
You guys come back with a big crate of stuff, and I've got a laptop. Spent about the same amount of stuff.
That's excellent. All right.
No power bars for you.
Raccoon, I haven't heard you say anything.
Yeah, again, this whole world is our oyster for all the different crap that we want to get. But the majority of this stuff was pretty good. Oh yeah, medical equipment.
That's a good idea.
Do we have enough of that? Because I know that I'm not very good at using medical equipment, but...
So the Safari ship comes with a standard, medical bay. But it has these multi-environmental spaces that were designed for other creatures. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but maybe you should refit one of these rooms to maybe being a little bit more elaborate than a bunk that you can have a monitor on.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Do we have the ship somewhere out here that we can... whatever. That we can look through? Or at least... Yeah. You said that there's different bays that are meant for multiple different creatures, but we might... Yeah.
So, on page 81, there might be a thing that you could look at on the Central Supply Catalog.
The Cyberbirth?
Autodoc?
Autodoc. There you go.
Hey, I've got some credits.
Above our TL.
So what?
Our TL's 11, right?
Your TL is 11, but you can go up a little bit for the 13. Oh, why is this thing beeping at me?
Oh,
that's why.
Automedic. Oh, never mind. Wait,
So,
the personal automatic, do you carry it?
yeah. I mean, it's not great. It basically dispenses drugs. It's not a real medic. It doesn't, heal you. So there is a TL13 auto dock available for you guys. If you guys want to do some streetwise or some brokering, you might be able to even find the higher end version.
There's 5 of us, so if everybody threw in 200, we'd have it. Well, if we got it for that price too. It still might be worth it.
We gotta find it first, right?
If only you knew someone with a really high social score.
Yeah, I'll make some calls. What do I gotta do? Roll the dice.
So it's a broker check. Broker plus social. Or do it for
That helps.
going a legitimate route. It's streetwise if you're going the non-legitimate route.
Streetwise is a no, and broker is a no.
I'm gonna roll
I'm
a streetwise check.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do better than me because I'm gonna have a -3 plus 2, so I still have a -1 with the roll. I mean, I'll try.
I rolled a 7. I was not good. Thought I was gonna be excited.
Yeah, I
-1.
have a rank. I'm at 0 broker and 0 social.
It's
I got it.
everybody can do it. It doesn't have to be just one person.
You know, I brokered it. It's I got a 9.
You did it at broker, so you did it legit. So the way you find one, you get a lead on one. All those ships that got blown out of orbit were, scheduled to get all sorts of refits at the shipyard, and they're redistributing that equipment as best they can to try to help as many people, because obviously the ships aren't there for them anymore. And one of the things that the quartermaster, who immediately recognizes you as a hero, is like, "Oh, I've got some stuff. Come look at it." And there's a shiny new auto dock. And it is one of the advanced models from the core worlds. And it's sitting just on a pallet in saran wrap.
What you looking to part with that?
But he's going to be like, we're a lot more interested in helping the refugees and the all the people who want to stay and fight. If we could get them some weaponry, any type of. If you have a spare vehicle, I know that you're running a mercenary company. We've got an ATV or. I'd hate to say it, but a tank would be awesome. That would more than pay for it, and you wouldn't have to part with as many credits, if any at all.
John up and see what we got left.
Well, sir, we've got a tank.
And
if you want to,
and an ATV. You have both.
and an ATV.
They also don't both fit on your ship.
All right. Which one holds all of us?
I think they both might do that. Hold on, let me double check.
We have our air raft too, right?
You sure
We're
do.
gonna get rid of that.
132 of the vehicle handbook. I'll be right back.
Strategically speaking, which one do you think is the better option, John?
I think we need to keep our tank, but that's just me.
Does the air raft fit on the ship with the tank?
Yeah, the air raft has a dedicated slot. You do not need anything.
Okay, so-
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an ATV we can part with.
Yeah, your Liberator G carrier has 9 passengers and 2 crew. But it is 15 tons of shipping, so it's a majority. It's more of your shipping space. Like, you actually can't officially fit it. You're just squeezing it in there because I'm letting you.
I see.
Oh.
Well, we could get a lot of money for the tank, or trade, or whatever you're getting out of it.
I'm inclined to say we could do that. I mean, let's be honest.
We haven't used it. We let Billy
the one time we used it, we threw a bunch of randos in it and had them drive around as a distraction, which they nailed.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, we still have the A team, right? Can we get our reputation points back if we leave them here?
You can't get the reputation points back. I can give you a little bit of boost. Like, you won't get a full refund, but I give you 10 of them back if they want to stay with the tank and help out with the defense.
I think that would be the best use for them, sir. They already know
Alright.
the tank.
Yeah, I let them know we've got a crew we've trained on the tank. We're willing to part with.
Okay. I don't think you realize how good of a deal you just made. So you guys send the A-team off. Everyone gives hand slaps and goodbyes, and I hope I see you on the other side, and promise to meet back up when this is over and all that. And then a truck rolls up with a full auto dock, and a team installs it for you. And then there's a little ding on your account, Colonel Maul.
All right. I checked that out.
So your bank account has just been updated to the tune of 17 million credits.
What?
The company was just paid 17 million credits for that tank and the crew.
Hey, good job, sir.
Okay, I don't tell anyone about this. No, power armor for everyone.
Beers all the way around.
Somebody split that. How many ways we got to split? Was that 3 million and some change each?
Sir, I think that you should hold off on paying the crew. That.
Okay.
I think
17 million and what? How much was it?
we'll just call it 17 million.
Good. That's easy because I can just type 17 in front of what I have left.
Yep.
Which is not a million. All right. So with that, I check at my bank account again, stare at it for a few minutes because as a military guy, I don't know if I've ever seen that much in my account.
I'm certain you haven't.
Yep. John, is there anything big we need that we can get?
That we can get, sir. I think that's going to be the main issue here.
You-
It seems like. Go ahead.
You could say, you could try to upgrade your ATV to an IFV if you wanted to.
Page is that?
The IFV. Oh, I have to spell it right. It's an acronym. I should be able to spell it right. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not in the vehicle handbook. I got to go to a different book.
It's a IPHV. They spelled FPH. Who knows? It's
Like fat.
We should get a
Is
robot.
it's not in the new book. Holy crap! Why is it not in the new book?
I
Okay,
don't know where vehicles are, so
that's problematic. It's in the old book, but not in the new one. So basically, it just puts a turret. It puts a autocannon turret on the ATV, is what it basically is. So if you just look up the cost of an autocannon turret, that's what it would cost you.
put that under weapons.
Yeah, I think it's in the central supply catalog. It might be in the
Yeah, there's the vehicle weapons. So page 129, 130 has all the different vehicle weapons.
Is that an autocannon?
There's a heavy autocannon, heavy Gauss cannon.
by default it's a light one, but you could probably mount something heavier if you wanted.
I don't see a light one. Oh, wait, hold up. Yep, there is a light autocannon. All right. That's only 10 grand.
Not expensive.
That the
It is going to be 100 grand here and now to have it installed. That's also why you got 17 million for the tank.
Yeah, if we were gonna do the shopping thing right, what we would do is go somewhere where it's not a war zone and buy and come back and sell. Why aren't we mercenaries?
Are you suggesting we become traders, sir?
I don't.
packages back in the day.
I just got. I mean, like, do the math, John. Or don't. We don't actually have to do math with the numbers that big. Well, we can pick up an auto. We could probably pick up a heavy autocannon.
Yeah. Let's try to find an ultra autocannon.
All right. Yeah.
Or this Gauss cannon.
I don't think that's a thing, is it?
No, it's a Mech Warrior reference. I'm autocannon crazy, and I like my ultras.
There's an orbital defense cannon. I
That-
feel like that's unnecessary to put on an ATV. That's like putting a Vulcan on a Prius.
Also, the ATV would get squished. It just squeezed like jelly out from underneath its feet.
Orbital defense cannon's only 40 million credits.
We're halfway there.
All right. We're going to put an autocannon on the truck. Anything else?
No, outside of making sure we're fully stocked on supplies and things we could need. Which, I mean, if there's a roll we could do to check to make sure we haven't, if we need something we're not thinking of, that'd be a good thing.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to make a token. Called I Forgot Something. Who wants it? When you figure out that you should have bought something here today, you give me this token.
You're just not going to tell us what we need?
I don't know what you need.
Ah, I see.
Okay, so this isn't you waiting for us to figure something out.
No.
This is all of us going, I don't know what we're going to need, but we know we're going to need something. We got a lot of money.
I know what your obstacles are, but I learned a long time ago that me trying to predict how you're going to solve those problems is an exercise in me wanting to blow my own brains out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to guess.
We might go through a wall or
Yeah.
a grenade, a mind flare.
I just build the dungeons and watch you burn them down.
Yep.
Our D&D session last night was like that. Literally bypassed half the shit.
Those are good times.
Tore through a what was considered a hard up to pace dungeon with 2 members down and the stupid lady there in roughly an hour.
So you did all of the work.
I would not say I did all of the work. I would say it was me and the dragon lady, and the cat did stuff. He's not as good as either of us, but he's utility, so he shouldn't be as good. At one point, the lady dropped to 5 hit points and didn't know what to do, so she hid in a corner.
Oh boy.
And no one offered to heal her. Granted, I mean, she was literally across the room, and now the bad guy is teleported to her face.
So you guys get called back to a briefing. The Prime Paladin is there with a Navy captain. She's a rather young woman to be wearing captain bars, short-cut hair, has the look of a pilot, and the Navy uniform doesn't look like it's quite fully tailored. And you get the impression, that being years in the military, that this was a field promotion and it was probably rather sudden.
And either very earned or last person left.
Well, let's find out. We can talk to her.
So, the Prime Paladin waves you guys in, and he's like, "Gentlemen, this is Captain Kate Reston, and she commands the Avalon, which is our last remaining Atlas-class carrier. That carrier is expended most of its fighters, so we're going to be filling it with civilians, and it's going to be taking... It's going to be escorting, I should say, as many of these commercial vessels as it can to Malamare, which is a safe zone nearby. On the way, we're going to need you to stop and get some supplies. We just want to clear a few things up for everyone who's going to be attending, and there will be a couple others joining us here in a moment. That the captain here is in command of the mission, and when she says things, it'll be as though I had said them. And at that, she's like, I still wish you were coming with us. Shouldn't be staying here on this world, but we know what's coming here. And the Paladin's, gives her a little hand wave, and he's like, the decision's already made. I'm staying. It's what has to happen. And he's like, I I understand that, the past few weeks have been very difficult for your whole crew, and they're going to be very difficult for the people who are leaving their homes behind and family members behind, as over half the population has volunteered to stay and fight. So everyone on that ship is going to have left a loved one behind. It's going to be difficult. We must get the people who are non-combatants away, though. The children and the elderly. If everyone we have to defend is another weakness that we can't afford. And with that, he turns to Maul and Sheer, and he's like, "So, gentlemen, your mission is mainly, I picked you because your ship currently has the necessary stealth requirements. You will be pathfinding for the Exodus fleet. You will be jumping ahead. It takes a week in hyperspace for each jump. So you will jump ahead and you will clear sites. Because it takes a week in hyperspace and they can't be waiting, the ships are coming no matter what. You need to keep that in mind. There's also one side mission that I need you to take on during that time. There's a resupply base in Anchorage that we abandoned sometime early in the war. And on board that resupply base is not a ton of valuable equipment, but there are a ration pack facility that should have a ton of ration stores. With all the civilians you guys are carrying, it is essential that these ration packs be picked up. You can either partake this mission before the fleet arrives at that location, or you can wait for the fleet to show up so that you have support. But either way, you're going to need to board that station and secure those packages. Since it's just us here and the rest haven't arrived yet, I'm going to disclose a little bit of information that isn't to leave this room. Shortly after we abandoned that base, one of the mega corporations, the biotech corporation known as InGen, came to us and said, "Can we have this facility? Can we have the title for it?" And we, under the table, did agree for a sizable number of credits. We know they did some off-the-books research there, but ostensibly, we still control the station. It's a very messy political situation, but the short version is they probably wanted to do things that were illegal and people weren't paying attention to. I know they're not currently in control of the station. There could be anyone out there at this time. It could be pirates, there could be refugees, it could be empty, or there could be Chiton there. Unfortunately, it's outside of our current long-range sensor capability. Because the arrangement to hand the station over on a temporary basis was not entirely legal, I don't want this information getting out right now. The Alliance is already having all sorts of political upheaval, and we don't need another scandal right now.
So go there, clear it, take the supplies, keep it under wraps.
Yes, sir. That's what we need. Once you get to Malamari, frankly, I won't be able to get in contact with you, so you'll have to make a decision on your own. I'm sending my wife to the Alliance capital to try to hold things together and keep the Alliance together, and I've made a proposal to reactivate something known as the Ghost Fleet. You see Captain Reston respond to that, but in all your years in the military, you never heard of anything called the Ghost Fleet.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me, the Ghost Fleet?
Oh. Well, I guess a colonel probably wouldn't have been briefed on the Ghost Fleet. So, when the Alliance was formed, several types of weapons were outlawed. One of those were any type of ship that was specifically designed for orbital bombardment. Well, most of the states that had those ships didn't destroy the ships, they just mothballed them. And when the Alliance found out about it, they decided to put all of these ships in the same spot and hold them in reserve for a rainy day. Well, it's a rainy day. It's fucking pouring, in fact. So my proposal is to reactivate all of those ships, even though they're designed for planetary bombardment, arm them, get them manned, and send them out here to the Shield worlds because we need them. I know it seems like a no-brainer to military men like you, but there's actually quite a lot of political upheaval that'll happen if I do that. Especially since I'll be handing the leader of whatever Alliance commander gets that fleet the ability to level any given world in the blink of an eye. They also often have the capability of launching mass nuke attacks, which I have not told the Alliance, but that's something I'm very interested in. I think that would be a legitimate tactic to use against the Chiton.
In the numbers.
That's right. So, I'm sending my wife by Lucilla by a different mean. You won't have to worry about her, but she will pass through Malamary about the time you guys should arrive if you want to go with her. Alternately, I'll be holding this planet back, hopefully holding it successfully, more or less with whatever forces I can have here on the ground. And I certainly wouldn't turn away the help. But it'll be up to you when that time comes.
We do this mission first.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We need to get that. We need to get this done. Getting the civilians out of the way is priority number one. After that, like I said, I won't be able to get in contact with you. You'll have to read the situation for yourself. It could be that we had already fallen by that point. It could be that we had won. Most likely, it'll be neither of those. Are there any questions?
No. Any intel you have on the station would be useful. As we don't know what we're going into, the more we know, the better that'll go.
I only have basic schematics and a few supporting files from before the handoff was made. I've uploaded them to your company's computer, so you should be able to read those en route.
All right.
What do we know about this engine?
I was gonna have one of our members can dig into that. I've got plans.
Okay.
So Captain Reston is like, gentlemen, I look forward to working with you. I've heard amazing things about you. I hope you live up to the hype. I'll see you in orbit. She gives you a quick little salute and heads out.
I look at Zach. And you're the hacker, right?
Not necessarily. I think I might be the best of us here at computers, but
Is this like the last campaign where Kizik has all the fancy gear and you have the skill points?
I have no idea.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I have A rank in electronics.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look at my two, my Psi guy and my hacker, and I'm gonna tell them to find me everything on InGen.
Hey, got it.
I don't know if that's a reasonable request, but I've been making unreasonable requests for so long. Who cares?
I mean, shady corporations often deal with the criminal underground, and you also have a member of your crew who knows lots about the criminal underground.
Oh, good point. Find out any of their. I look at. God, I cannot remember any names.
Sterling.
Sterling. I look at Sterling. I'm like, see if you can find anything about their the less on the books work.
Sure. Not a problem. Take a look.
I'm hoping we run into Dinosaur Park now. This is gonna be great.
So, who wants to go first? Don't everybody jump at once.
I got my computer out. I'm looking for like a local internet because it's all the internet only exists for the single
Planet.
system we're in.
Yes.
Planet. Is InGen a company on our planet?
Very much so, yes. They're actually like a galaxy-wide company, but they do have like huge offices here on the planet. They've been studying the Chitin and their biological ships, both overtly and covertly. Go ahead and tell me what you want to find out, and I'll tell you how hard the rules are.
I want to find their like just overall mission statement, and then I want to look for research facilities. How many do they have?
Okay. The mission statement you don't need a roll for. They are one of those, we make the world better through science, and then they have pictures of like happy people in green fields and all of that really, vagary that tells you fucking nothing about what they actually do. So that's pretty much what you get out of there. Now, for the how many research, that's going to be a 10 plus computers check.
Am I decrypting anything, or am I? Oh no, I lost my page.
I wouldn't call it decrypting. Intrusion software is what you're looking for.
I have a decryptor and an intruser and an interface that lets them do the things.
You want the intrusion software.
All right. So I get that.
Amber.
This is education, computers, intrusion software. That's a 11. That's a 12.
Alrighty, so you're definitely going to figure that out. Also, Nix, you have no idea how on point that is.
That's why I'm in charge. The right people for the right jobs.
So, right now, on this world, so you were looking for how many research they have overall, or how many do they have on this world?
Overall, but I assume that it was also going to show me just this world.
So, you're right, they don't have complete information on overall. However, it's thousands of research centers. Mostly geared towards genetic manipulation, gene slicing, creating bioweapons like what the Chitin have is like a major mission goal for them. They also do, normal stuff like make crops resistant to harsh environments on new worlds. So they have a lot of different stuff going on. On this planet, they have 15 or 16 planetary-based different research centers doing stuff. But because you rolled so well, you also see a listing for several other facilities, including a facility that matches the description of the one that you're heading to.
Can I double click on that and expand it?
You can. There isn't going to be a ton of easily accessible information, but there is the ability for you to make another roll at difficulty 10, DM10. And if you pass that DM10 check, you'll be able to download some encrypted files you can work on during the flight.
All right. Can I have... oh man, what's his name? Not Guy.
Sterling.
No.
Deacon?
Guy. Deacon. Is Deacon helping me out?
Yeah.
Is he helping me out enough to give me a boost dice?
If he wants to.
Or is he going to wait his own turn?
I'll help. I'll give you the boost dice.
Yeah, because I just found this thing. Like, I went, hey, just check this out. These files are really crazy encrypted. Actually, I don't even know if that's a file there. Is that a hidden directory? What do you know about all of this stuff? Like, yeah, I don't know. Double click on it. All right, let's go for it.
You can have a boost die. Also, if you want to make an intelligence check, there, Deacon, I'll give you a chance to spot something extra.
Just pure intelligence.
Yep. What'd you get there, Kizik?
I got an 11.
Alrighty, so you basically see a whole bunch of stuff that look like manifests and or schematics. You're not sure what they are, just like you said. They're weird looking files, but you download them all. It's hundreds of terabytes of information.
This computer's hard drive is ridiculous.
I got a 9 for my
Excellent.
intellect.
While you're downloading all of that, you notice that on top of the file directories, the standard file share, there appears to be some sort of like live interface, and you download the parameters for the live interface. Might come in handy since it appears to be designed to work with the station. Something you might want to carry with you. Greybeard, Sterling.
Yes.
The boss said go ask your shady friends about Engine.
Well, got some interesting stuff about engine. So a lot of my old crew that I used to deal with actually does they have actually broke off and actually started splintering into doing engine stuff. They're no longer affiliated with the old organization that I was, but they are affiliated with doing direct engine work, and they're definitely people I know and definitely people we can make contact with.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a standard social check. Actually, make it an easy social check. You've got tons of contacts. You spent years working with these people. Give me a 6 or higher.
You got the 7.
All right. So, your friends call you back and they're like, all right, look, you can't be telling just anybody this because, even though we're all on the same page and the plan's about to be getting, attacked, my employers might kill me. So let's keep this to ourselves. But Engine's been buying up all sorts of aggressive species from various different worlds. They're definitely working on some sort of military type product line. They want all the illegal gene splicing kits. Anything that's been outlawed on a world, they want it. And they also pay top dollar for captured chitin biotech. They don't care how it's captured. A crew actually went in and stole one of the first chitin ships for them. And they got paid bank to take that ship off those. They didn't even capture the ship directly. They actually stole it from an impound lot from the military. But InGen's been buying up biotech, and they specifically have been buying up vicious animals. And I don't think that it's a coincidence. I don't know for sure, but I think that's probably related.
No, very good information. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, just, keep that shit under your head, right?
Nay, don't worry about it. You know me.
All right, got some good intel. You guys gonna get back together and have a little conversation about that?
Sure. I guess I was kind of thinking they already heard that, but okay. Yeah, guys, so we got some information. The engine's been buying up all kinds of cool alien tech, including anything with alien species. They seem to be very interested in that. Big money involved in it. But we have some good contacts there. Everything's on the down low, but we should be able to move forward with anything that we need.
Yeah, I found a whole bunch of data on it. They've got thousands of different research facilities. Just by random luck, I think I found the one that we're looking for, and I think I have files here. It's real encrypted, but yeah, if we can break this encryption as we're flying out, we should be okay. You said they did alien? What? What are they doing?
I'll say a lot of it's gauged towards military weapons, actually tech and things like that of that nature.
They're trying to put a laser shark. Is that what they're going for?
Yeah, it might be. Not necessarily a laser shark, but basically rabid tuna. I think with lasers on top of their head.
As I was pretty high up in the military, am I aware of any projects that involve gene splicing soldiers?
Soldiers, no. However, you heard rumors about programs that were basically, first they were robotic, and then there were rumors that they were trying to train localized species, but basically warhounds. And it's a thing that's been tried unsuccessfully a few times. You've never heard of the project successfully having any traction.
All right.
We're trying to break into one of these facilities with maybe a robot hound or some kind of spliced chitin hybrid, and we're trying to take the food from them. This is a great plan. I like it.
You should probably decrypt those files as soon as possible. It probably might give us an idea on what we're up against and possibly an edge in dealing with it.
Well, with that said, you guys have to leave. You're at your limit of time now. The fleet's forming up, and everybody's getting ready to go.
Yep, we're ready to go.
Did I still forget to do? I did. I still forgot to do the ship thing. Okay, so really quick before I advance to the actual station map, let's talk about decrypting these files and anything you guys want to do. So you have a week in hyperspace. You've been given the coordinates of this station. Your first mission is to jump ahead of this fleet and land on this station and secure these supplies. You're given a basic layout of the station. The station has 3 levels. The bottom level only has cargo airlocks. The mid-level has a docking port, and the top level has a docking port. They're divided out into engineering and research spaces, which is the middle level, and living spaces, which is the top level. The bottom level is obviously only cargo. That's relatively decent schematics of the place. With that said, you have no idea how the ship place has been modified. You also have a full threat briefing from the Paladin that says, hey, there's reported pirate activity in the area, and there's reported Chitin activity in the area, and there's all sorts of refugees running through this space, and we have no idea who's going to be there. And oh, by the way, I've given the captain a chip. If you run into any pirates that want to help protect the fleet, I'm offering them full immunity from any past crimes if they help defend Zion Trey or escort civilians away from the battle zone. This is twofold. Every pirate we turn to our side isn't a pirate attacking us as we run away with a bunch of civilians, but also may help us defend against any threats we come across. Just keep that in mind.
All right. I assume we have a bunch of those chips.
It's basically just a digital thing. Like, it's authorization for the captain of their captain rest into issue to anyone that they come across. So there isn't a limited number of them.
All right.
Now, my next question is decryption. How are we going about doing this? We're using our personal computer? We're using the ship's computer? Who's helping? You got a week, so you got plenty of time.
I got a decryptor. What tech level do you know? The decryptor says it gets a +1 for every tech level above it is the data.
Well, the data's tech level 15.
Awesome. It says I can't unencrypt it then.
Okay, we could still do checks for it. You just can't automatically unencrypt it.
Does the ship have a bigger computer? Can we just give it more bandwidth?
Yeah, I mean, you can add bandwidth to it by... Yeah, that's why I asked if you're using the ship's computer.
Yeah, looking at the data and going like, all right, cool, WinZip, unzip, and it going, I don't know what a tar file is, get out of here.
Something like that, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see let's hook my computer into the other computers. Let's get as much things because we're just in hyperspace floating now. Let's get everybody together trying to unencrypt some data.
Okay. So it's it's good if you can't use the decryption software. It's going to be, and it's TL15. So I'm gonna make it a DM12 to decrypt it, but you can have an attempt for each day of the week.
It says I get a DM +2 if I spend hours doing it. So that.
So go ahead and take your +2.
Come on, dice. That's 2 6s.
All right. That's definitely a decryption. So you're just goofing around with it, and it comes up and it's like, what's your decryption password? You've already locked out the part that where it like deletes itself if you put in the wrong password. So you just try in random shit, and you type in "I love soup" and it says, "Okay, Unencrypt. Ding.
I look at my hands. I look up at that. I shake my head a little bit, and I think, oh man, I would like to meet the guy who made this password. Wow. Oh wait, this is data that we need. I immediately start scrolling through it and see what I can find. Also, Captain, I found some stuff. You guys want to start looking through? This is hundreds of gigs of stuff now. Oh my.
Yeah, we'll start researching.
So
I don't think there's anything else we need to do. So
the highlights. So everybody's digging through this data. So I'll just give you the highlights rather than do a bunch of rolls for it. Most of it is genetic sequencing data, which is what the bulk of it is. Is that, you know, all these different species, hundreds of different species that have been cataloged. Their whole genomes have been mapped. Little bits have been extracted of this could be useful here, this could be useful there, and most of it's pretty dark stuff. There's like a couple things in there where you're relatively certain that they've caused diseases they've miraculously had the cure for. It's a treasure trove if you ever wanted to piss off / blackmail a mega corporation.
get some money.
Yeah, it's got some dark stuff in there. But when you drill down to the station you're looking for, you definitely get the impression that this station was trying to develop some sort of warhound for security purposes, and the project had actually been closed at one point, and then it was reopened about a week after a Chiton ship mysteriously disappeared from a port where it was being held and impounded. It then closed again 3 weeks later. The project is listed as being unsuccessful, but there is a ton of genetic data for 3 distinct species. One is amphibian, one is reptilian, and one is mammalian. None of you are doctors that know biology, right?
Not me.
Point medic.
Point medic isn't quite going to cut it.
You knew that A stands for something. This is a bunch. It says cat. I found cat. I think we're going to fight a cat.
Now he's going to look at it and be like, nope, that's definitely not human. Okay. Let me see, because you rolled boxcars, and that's pretty good. I want to give you a little bit extra for that. You do see that one of the 3 species has either a chameleon-like ability, and or it does something at a low biological level where it can become parasitic of some kind. You're not quite sure. You've done enough, high school biology to, high school in the space future to know that these are possible things that it could be. Oh, I was supposed to be putting the space station out on the map, and I totally got sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Repeat that.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I need to put the space station out on the map.
We're looking for a chameleon or a parasite, or both.
Great. Okay, chameleon and parasite.
I just thought the ship was in some kind of special stealth mode.
Your ship is in a special stealth mode. What does that have to do with it?
Painted black.
That's right.
Literally just
That's why
painted
he can't see the ship on the map.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh. I was slow, sorry. I also don't have the right model available, so I'm going to throw that out there. I'm going to throw one of these out there. So, you guys drop out of hyperspace. You are in super stealth mode. You're in the middle of deep space. There is nothing around for, an AU in each direction, except for the space station and 3 small craft that look like some sort of military-style shuttle. They're far too small to have their own jump drive, and they're on a course for the station. At their current speed, they'll get there in about 6 or 7 hours.
And we don't know what they are.
They're small shuttles. They're of human design.
Let's
let's page them.
Okay, so you want to.
You don't want to think about where they are or how they came from. So if they don't have hyperdrives, that means that there's a bigger ship close by, or they're part of the other one. We're trying to sneakily get on board.
Yeah, try and find out where they came from first.
There's no company markings on them.
Not that you can get from passive sensors. But remember, you're in stealth mode, so you only have passive sensors. You have basically a telescope, and you can receive any radio signals or IR signals you get from them.
We use the telescope, can we tell?
They have no painted on markings, other than there is. Oh, sorry, so they do have markings. They don't have any markings like of a ship thing, but there is a significant amount of graffiti to suggest that they are not company vessels.
Which could be a cover.
Absolutely.
And they're not hyperspace capable?
No, this class of ship is certainly not hyperspace capable.
It brings up a good point. Can we do a deeper scan of the area, see if we can find where they came from?
You can set the telescope to scan the sky. It'll take many hours for it to complete, scanning the immediate vicinity. Or you can drop your stealth and do an active scan, which will be much faster, but will also alert everyone in the sector to your presence.
What do you guys think?
I think there's only 3 of them. We should watch them for a little bit, see what happens.
So, Captain Picker would be like, just a note, Commander. Each of those shuttles has an armament almost equivalent of our own vessel, and they're far more maneuverable.
Gotcha. So they're better armed than us, faster and than us, and we're outnumbered.
They are not as well armed as us, but only just barely. And there are 3 of them.
How hard would it be for us to slip on board?
The station?
No, one of the ships.
Well, they're shuttles, so they would notice. They're tiny. They're small. They're not tiny, but they are small. They're this big, actually.
All right. We can, I guess, keep an eye on them for a bit.
Okay, you'd like to do it? So you want to set the telescope to scan passively?
Yep.
Okay, how much time do you want to let go before I do my roll? I think I said they're 6 or 7 hours out from the station.
Yeah, we'll watch them on the way to the station.
Okay.
Is there a way we can passively scan in a general direction?
Yeah, you can tell the telescope to prioritize in a specific direction, and that'll cut its time down if you want to do it that way.
I mean, obviously we know where they're going. We don't need to worry about that. We just need to know where they came from, right? So,
I mean, generally speaking, you go straight lines in space, so if we look at their current trajectory, we'd be able to see where they came from.
Absolutely do that. Idea.
Yeah, we do that.
sounds good.
Okay. Oh, you crushed that score. So, within 2 hours, it comes back, and there is a converted cargo ship, holding out near the perimeter. It's a subsidized merchant, so it looks like this. But it's got docking arms coming off of it. 3 of them, ironically. I'm sure everyone is completely shocked by that.
Yep.
Super
shocked.
The ship is painted up with all sorts of graffiti, including one you recognize as a known pirate band.
So these are pirates. Probably. They could still be working for InGen. They're definitely pirates. Most likely they're there to get the food, just like we are.
Yeah, well, let's spank them and send them to the paladin so that the paladin's got some extra hands.
Um,
Yeah, how quickly can we get to the big ship? I mean, not the
the
subsidized merchant ship.
if we go to the subsidized merchant ship, I mean, that gives them time to turn back around and come after us. Also, they're going to be stealing the stuff we're after or getting murdered, which neither one works with either plan we have.
Captain Picker would chime in and be like, "So, that all of that is a valid point, with the exception of the fact that we have advanced stealth systems. We can be on top of their ship before they know what hit them. If we hit them fast enough and hard enough, we could disable their communications. Subsidized merchants are not generally well armed. If we take out their communications, the shuttles won't know that anything's wrong until they're on their way back. With that said, those shuttles aren't nearly big enough to load even a fraction of what's on that station, so they're probably going to have to make trips. But we could get some of it already on shuttles. Or they could try to come back and blow us out of the sky. Like I said, you still have a valid point.
Blow us out of the sky. I mean, really, we just make them surrender, or we blow up the rest of their ship and completely annihilate their ability to go anywhere.
Valid point.
All right. Make it so.
All right. And he starts giving a couple of orders off, and he's like, we're going to set a course for subsidized merchant. We need to approach them from their aft, Mr. Warg, and I would like all systems set to minimal output from here on out. And the lights dim, and all non-essential systems turn off, and the ship goes into a very dark mode and starts coasting.
Damn it, I was just in the middle of solitaire.
I'm going to use this model, even though it's the wrong one. I forgot to make one that doesn't have the spiky bits on it. But it's that ship, but without the spiky bits.
Those are just ship holders.
Yep, those are the docks for the ships. That's right. Good imagination. Okay, so you guys get super close to the ships. You guys want to participate in the attack, or do you want to gear up for the boarding action?
Boarding action.
Yeah, I'm a boarder.
Yeah, we're boarders.
Agreed.
Excellent.
Stacking up. Are we just attacking? We're not going to come in and say, like, here's a chip with $1 billion and a clean slate of everything. And here's a hammer. Death. Do you choose?
What I find, generally speaking, is words of that sort are feeded a lot more effectively with a healthy dose of reality. I called my hammer reality. I forgot to tell you guys that I named it. It's reality.
So show them what we can do before we actually start, trying to hire them, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are geared up.
I'm good.
How would you like to board? Would you like to use the shuttle docking method you used before? Would you like to EVA out from the ship? Because you're completely stealth, so he could do a complete flyby, and you guys could literally jump from the ship onto their hull and then walk inside one of the airlocks. Or you could try to dock the actual Orkin with their ship and force it that way.
I want to jump onto the ship.
Okay.
I want to go full stealth mode until we.
How much bigger are they? Are they the same size as us? Is that scale correct on the board there?
They are the same class of ship as you are. They are slightly larger in actual size because their ship is designed to carry a F-ton of cargo. With all of that said, they don't have any weapons. At this point, you're close enough to know that for sure. The shuttles are apparently their weapon systems.
It's actually a solid idea. Up to this point.
Okay.
So Pickard, you're going to drop us off and then go stealth mode somewhere else, right?
I was going to come back and shoot their communications array off so they couldn't warn their friends, but it's up to the commander.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna stealth in. You take out the communications, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so that means that you can basically pop into this ship. There's two different ways you can, if you're standing on the hull, there's two different ways that you are familiar with. You can either use an airlock and override it and go in the traditional way, or you can make an entrance, which will most likely kill anyone not in a vac suit in the compartment you go into.
I want to go in the bridge.
Okay, I'm assuming that means explosives.
that is what I was considering. That is my my preferred strategy.
Okay.
I mean, that's going to be tough to offer them peace afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh no, you just whoever you put in charge, you offer peace to.
Or limp the ship out of here. If we destroy the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge cargo ship. You know how much food we fit on here?
All right. So you guys want to what?
I want to minimize damage to the ship to give it to the paladin when we're done with it.
Yeah, you can just like go knock on the window and like point to your hammer and point to things.
I have explosives.
You guys,
Surrender.
you guys are having this talk in the rear docking area of the Safari ship as a countdown timer comes up on the screen and says 30, 29, 28, 27, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, I'm gonna go through the dock. We
Yeah.
can go through the doors, right? Through the
Yeah, that sounds
airlock.
like a good plan. We'll go through the doors.
So the Safari ship sails over silently, and you guys just take a leap of faith out of the back exit, and you're boarding a vac suit. So everybody's in their boarding vac suit, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Which
Yeah.
is better.
Boarding vac suit is better for boarding actions because it gives you the ability to maneuver in space. By the way, I did research on your flight pack. It does not work in space. There's a couple other caveats, but we'll get into that later. It's great.
Work in atmosphere.
It does work in atmosphere. That's what it's for. The flight pack, the one on his powered plate. He didn't know what it did last time. I went ahead and researched it. It's pretty good. Actually, it's really good. But it's got a couple of little caveats. One of which is that it doesn't have an EVA thruster, but your boarding vac suits do. So you can use it for this jump, but if you miss, you are sailing off into the black.
Yeah, use it.
Should we try and do some kind of tether or something like that? Or we have a way of tethering to the ship and
You don't need it. You're gonna be in your boarding vac suit. The only person who is in potential danger is Craven, if depending on whether or not he uses his boarding vac suit.
I like the powered armor. Also took the boarding bag. Oh, no, I have the boarding bag suit on there. It's really only a loss of 7. Not 7. 6.
You got this, sir.
I give you 10 seconds to decide. No pressure.
you can throw a tether onto somebody who has a vac suit.
Five,
Yeah, I could just do that.
5 seconds.
All right,
I'm
we tie
gonna-
him to me. And
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna keep my power armor on. I really like my power armor.
Excellent.
I'll get some thrusters at some point.
This is how we both die, Craven. Me and you. We're going
Yep,
out.
yep.
I love you, Sarge. Anyone who's seen the opening of StarCraft Brood War.
My
I should
last
be able to use
word-
the gravity hammer to use as propulsion.
No, but it's a good thought.
What, right? See, you just like Thor it. You know, you swing it around, activate, throw, and then Thor it around.
All right, so Mr. Shear, you are taking a DM -2 to your vac suit score. Everybody roll a vac suit roll. Because this was all pre-planned and orchestrated, and basically the captain. Oh, I need to make the captain's check to see how much of the DM you get. So everyone gets a +1, or in the case less of a minus for those of you who have to take a minus to your check. But you need to do a vac suit check.
Vac suit plus dexterity.
Yes.
Athletics? Can you use athletics with that?
Oh, you don't get to make it. John has to make yours for you. You don't have the ability to maneuver. You're being
That's right.
You're being pulled on a tether.
Colonel, I got a 13.
Excellent.
I got an 11.
Excellent.
I got a 9.
Excellent.
I got a 13.
All right, everybody. Oh my God, we jumped out of something and everybody landed, and nobody died or had to roll 6 times.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, everybody landed. That's never happened before. You guys are now standing on the top of the hull of the Type R subsidized merchant. The Orkin is swinging back around, and you know that in about 15 seconds he's going to open fire on the communications array.
I try to find the airlock doors.
Okay. You're going in through the cargo airlock or the shuttle airlock. There's one on top and one on bottom.
Shuttle airlock on top.
Shuttle airlock on
That's right.
top. You guys are in perfect position. You can sprint right to it. You guys already passed your vac suit checks with flying colors, so everybody can put themselves on deck 3 in the ship. Tokens are over here. He was thinking about it. He was like, I wander off in this direction. We're missing Sterling. There he is.
Sorry, trying to grab the wrong token and it wouldn't let me.
All right, everybody is in the ship. You guys have actually boarded one of these recently, so you kind of remember where everything is. You guys want to crank that iris door open?
Yes.
Hey, who's doing it?
You still got that crank?
Well, you guys know where the standard crankcase is now. Like, there's one of these in the ship for you to grab.
It's just got it. It's a maintenance thing.
Mhm.
Deacon's like, it's over here, guys. John's like, yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and Is that a mechanics check?
No, it's a strength check.
Strength?
Oh, I got that. I'm
Alright.
pretty good at that. I get a +2 for the suit, a +1 for my strength, and a +2 for athletics. I just gotta find those dice. Here we go.
That creaking noise you guys are hearing is actually coming from the computer.
I got a 11.
All right. It goes clack, and it is in place. And you guys open it up and are able to descend down to the next level. This is the first place you encounter other beings. And obviously the map isn't to scale, so most of this will be theater of the mind. You enter the first level cargo bay. And there's a whole bunch of like crates and stuff in here. A lot of them are opened and tossed around and various oddball stuff like that going on. Let's see, who gets to be the baddies? You guys are going to end up baddies. There are 2 guys in black attire, like normal clothes. They've got all sorts of tattoos and like gang bands and stuff wrapped around their arms. They both pull out snub-nosed pistols.
I'm gonna grin at them, and then knock at least one of them out.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a surprise round because I don't think that it'll take longer than that to take out 2 of them.
I want to subdue
Holy
one of
shit.
them.
I rolled boxcars.
Okay, how does that guy die?
I put his head through the other guy's head.
I think Mr. Ghost wanted to do something with the other guy.
Yeah,
I know he did.
Let me see how I roll. If I roll terribly,
Ghost
I'm
could always help
also
clean up the
using it.
mess.
You,
but I got an 11.
Okay,
you seen that commercial where they turn Iron Man into a soda can?
so what were you trying to do, Ghost?
So I want to grab this guy basically and put him into a full Nelson so that I've got him subdued. And unfortunately, his head is pointed right towards his buddy as his buddy's head goes in through his chest. That's what I think is happening here.
Okay, do you want that to render him unconscious or kill him?
I'm trying to just restrain him.
He's introducing a persuasion
Oh,
yeah,
I got you. So he just vomits as his friends, impales his diaphragm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he retches. He's stuck in your headlock. This is your story to tell. How does this go down?
I whisper or growl into his ear. And I say, how many more of you are on this ship?
There's the captain and like he's got like 4 more up on the bridge and there's a couple of slaves in the quarters and that's it.
And how many shuttles do you have out right now?
We got 3.
And how are they staffed?
Everybody's on the shuttles. That's where all the boys are.
Numbers, man. Give me a count.
I-
Like your life depends on it.
I can't count that high, man. It's a couple dozen, man.
All right, kid. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, can you let me go? It really hurts.
I loosen my grip just a little bit, and I say, Dan, do you want to live through this?
Oh yeah, yes, I'd really like to live. What the hell are you guys?
Like your buddy right here, okay? Dan, I'm gonna give you an option. You can stop hanging out with these guys. Because have you ever heard of Zion Trey? I need you to go there, buddy, and save it. Be a hero.
What? We're not soldiers, man. I mean, not really. We can't save Zion, Trey.
Well, hold up. You are okay with using weapons and force against people.
I mean,
But
I just lift things, man.
that was a gun in your hand a few seconds ago.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like, here's your options. We're going to throw you out that airlock. Or
No, don't do that, man.
you can go to Zion Trey and help fight the Titan. Become a hero, get paid, get pardoned for your...
Yeah, save your fellow man.
What about the captain? I'm not.
He's
Captain
next.
might be coming too. We're gonna go talk to him. You coming, Dan? Let's go. And as we start marching.
Use him as a human shield.
Yep.
Okay. So the door opens. There's one other guy you can see who's standing like down here, like he just walked out the door, and he sees you guys walking through, and he's like, "Fuck!" and he like zips back into the bridge.
Running. I stopped walking. I've been running.
Okay.
If that door closes, I'm going to hit it.
It's going to close. The question is, are you just going to go through it?
That is the question.
So realize that, if you weren't in your power armor, this wouldn't even be a question because it's a bulkhead door.
Yes, it would hurt a lot.
With it said, you know that you might be able to burst through that door, but it's a bulkhead door, and you're going to damage your power armor if you Iron Man through that.
I can't damage my power armor.
Like it's like you could do
The
it.
hammer. Use the hammer.
I'm just gonna start hitting it with the hammer.
Okay, that it's a much safer idea.
It's a gravity hammer. Can I run up and hit it as part of the action?
Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't have a resistance, so just roll your damage.
Roll damage.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted boxcars so we can miss.
Well, I did get a lot of boxcars. That is 18, 19, 20, 21 plus. So it's 21 AP 50. And we also add my strength and the suit strength. So 24?
That's pretty close.
24.
So I judged it to have a resistance of 100. So you're at what, 70...
5.
75? Okay, so you hit the door, and on the very first hit, that door is never going to work again. One of the side panels buckles in at almost a 90-degree angle. There's a clear impression of your hammer in it, and there's a lot of profanity coming from the other side.
Here's Molly.
Let me just roll one thing because there's not really much they can do about it. There is the sound of a metallic door sliding open, and then, hey, wait for me! And then the door shutting, oh, fuck! And you can go again.
All right.
Dan, is there an escape way out of that bridge?
There's
There's
a bridge escape pod. There's just one.
I guess that's where the captain's gonna go.
The hull rocks with a chunk.
Can I call out to Captain Pickard to go ahead and shoot that down?
You absolutely can.
So 24 again.
AP-50.
So the door flies off of its rails that it's mounted to. Part of the door comes with it. There's part of the wall comes with it. Go ahead and make your call to Captain Picker, because he's going to be like, there's an escape pod, and its beacon is active.
Yeah, go ahead and fire everything you got at it.
Roger. You don't hear explosions in space.
Or screams. Well, Dan, who was second in command?
I'm thinking it's this guy, but it could be Dan, depending on how the conversation goes.
So the door flies off the hinges, and there was a guy that was right behind it with his gun ready, but you hit it so hard that it took him up to the bridge window. The bridge window has since cracked, and there's one of those, like, cracks that's moving across the bridge windscreen. None of these guys are in EVA suits.
Hey, Safe Light. We gotta call them, like, right now.
The guy that's up against the bridge window is a smear, and there are two other guys. There are two other guys who are just like, wait! We give up.
That's a good response. All right, you guys should back out of there, because when that thing cracks, it's gonna suck you all out. Come on, quick!
So they shuffle up to the broken door.
Out there.
They hastily drop some of the crappiest guns you've ever seen before in your life.
Yep.
And you're gonna let them out?
Yeah, I let them by.
Okay.
I'm attempting to maintain a space between them and the crack, because at some point that's gonna break and suck all them out.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is you just broke the airtight door. So
Yes, I know.
So yeah, it doesn't immediately completely crack, but it is going to.
Is
Are
that the
there
only
repairs
airtight
that
door?
we can do on that?
Yeah, you can. There's absolute repair kits and stuff you can use on that.
Yeah.
Sammy doesn't even make eye contact with anybody, but pulls out a couple of bulkhead patches from his suit and just starts fixing the patch.
Awesome. I forgot you had those.
I mean, this is Sammy lives for this.
Right on.
In
Good job, Sammy.
space, about to die. He's normally doing it in just like regular fatigues, so he's not as comfortable.
All right.
I see Sterling and Deacon have made rounds of the quarters. What you guys found in there were several of these quarters were empty, but there were a couple that had human slaves in them. They are very shocked to see you. There's about a half dozen of them.
We get their stories.
So basically, they were the crew of the original subsidized freighter. Like, this was their ship. And the pirates sent out a fake distress signal. They answered it. The pirates jumped them, boarded the ship, took over the ship, and said, "Mine now," and collared them all up.
All right. The three guys that are standing here that are left of the crew. Any of you guys kill anyone?
Steve and Nate.
Steve, Nate, Dan.
Damn it! I named them Craig, Pete, and Dan.
Okay, Craig, Pete, and Dan. That's fine. It's your story to tell as much as mine. So Greg and Pete, they're actually relatively high up on the totem pole, and while they were being walked down the hall, Dan did mention that to you. But when they get down here, they're like, "Look, man, we just lift things."
No, I know that to be false. You want to start again?
What do you mean? We're just like this was just our ship. We had to.
Let me make this simple, okay? We'll ask questions. Every time you tell a lie, and by lie I mean something that we don't believe. It doesn't matter if it's true. If we don't believe it, it's not true. Okay?
Wow.
Every time that happens, something breaks.
Maybe
John, if you'd like to continue asking questions, please do.
maybe we can come to some kind of arrangement. You guys are badass.
We just did come to an arrangement. John, you're questioning. Please continue.
Greg, Pete, are your communications down?
Yeah, that ship just shot him off.
All right. And how many shuttles do you have out right now?
We can hold 3 shuttles.
How many people, or how many of your crew are out on those shuttles?
There's 2 pilots and about 8 soldiers on each shuttle.
Do we want to have them try to call the shuttles back?
Oh, we don't. Not yet.
No, yeah, comms are down anyway.
Also, that's
The,
20, 24, 30, 30 armed.
I'm gonna look at Dan and I'm gonna say, Dan, you said a couple dozen. So who's telling the truth here, Dan?
I look at John and I'm like, John, 24 is a couple dozen.
I mean, I get you. I'm trying to give Dan a bone here to be.
Oh, good,
to
good,
pick a
got it.
side. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a couple dozen. That sounds about right. I wasn't sure exactly how many of them there are because I really do just lift things. They don't tell me shit all the time.
I believe you, Dan. I believe you. So look.
Also, they're probably going to try to kill me now, just so you know.
Oh no, they won't be the ones to kill you.
So, Dan, who's been involved with the human slavery?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it's got to be everybody in the ship. I mean, we did take the ship from them. For the records, enslaving the crew was not my idea. I just lift things.
Dan, if you shot anyone,
Before, as in my whole life, yeah, once or twice. I mean, I grew up in a really bad area, Zion Trey.
Okay, so you're from Zion Trey.
Yeah. I grew up on the mafia streets.
Pete, Greg, you guys from Zion Trey?
No, I'm from Alamari and he's from Weston's.
Okay, well, it doesn't really matter where you guys are from. What matters is that we all have a common enemy, and it's the Chitin. And they're coming to Zion Trey in mass. So, we are offering you this one and only time to choose to become folk heroes and save the people of Zion Trey from this Chitin menace, or take the hammer. That's your option. I like free will and all, so I'm giving you guys a choice.
Dan, who obviously has a 1 intelligence, is mouthing, "Say yes."
And we're basically gonna try to get the rest of your crew in the same kind of deal. So, any suggestions that you have to make that easier, will come in handy. But you see the hammer. That's
I mean, Mad Molly's the second in command. She's on the lead shuttle. Now that the captain's abandoned us, / I'm pretty sure that explosion was his pod.
third in command.
Craig looks at Pete, and Pete's like, "Stop.
Good to know. Good to know. So we take out Mad Molly. Pete's here in charge. Pete's going to tell everyone, including himself, go fight for the Zion Trey. Does that sound like a fair deal to you?
Hold on, I gotta roll Pete's constitution real quick.
I wouldn't mind having somebody named Mad Molly behind a gun with us as well. So
Yeah, I'm down for this plan. This is a good plan, boss. You're the boss now.
All right. How do we get the rest of the crew onto this plan? How do we convince Mad Molly? Do you guys have any trial by combat or not trial by? How do you pick who's in charge?
I mean, you weren't too far off with trial by combat. I wouldn't challenge Mad Molly to anything. She takes great joy in other people's pain, and she has a very short temper.
I think we're all ready.
So yeah, you're gonna have to figure out how to convince her on your own. I don't know how, other than you can probably beat her or kill her, but I imagine she's going to be on the kill side. She will definitely stick a knife in you given the opportunity.
what
Kind
do
of
you guys
weapons
have
does she
down?
prefer?
You're both talking at the same time.
Yeah, go ahead and answer his question. What weapons she got?
Okay. Well, she has a variety of weapons. Not what weapon. It's weapons plural. She carries 2 pistols. She carries a giant hammer, kind of like yours. Not nearly as cool though. Got spikes on it. And oh yeah, she keeps a TDX in her backpack.
What's that?
It's a shaped explosive charge.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sci-fi nuke that only goes off in a horizontal direction.
Okay, that seems a little bad. Hmm. It doesn't sound like we want her on our side, John.
Look, man, he said she's on the lead boat. You take out 10 pirates in one go, we're done with it. You know, we still get 20 pirates.
So, Deacon, are you hanging out up here where the slaves are at?
Yeah, I was gonna sort of just unchain them and make sure that they are treated like normal people again.
So they can hear most of this conversation. It's a pretty small ship. And as you're entering one of them, he's like, hey, this is like my family ship. Are you guys here to save us?
Yeah. We'll get you somewhere safe.
I mean,
You guys are-
I'm super thankful for, like, you'd have no idea. Like, this is amazing, but, like, is there any chance that I could also get my ship back?
If you use it for the right thing, we might be able to keep it so that you're driving the ship around.
Oh.
The government has commandeered your boat.
Okay. I mean, thank you. You saved my life. I don't want to sound ungrateful.
Yeah, it was mainly our crazy Captain Maul over there. But yeah, thanks.
Sterling, are you up to anything funny during this? Because this conversation has been going on for quite some time.
No, I'm over here just looking at everybody going like, what the heck are we doing? Let's do something.
What's in the cargo hold?
Here's my thoughts. We got a couple things we can do here. One of them would be when they dock with the ship, we just vent them. Based
I think
on
that's a bad idea.
well, here's my take. Okay, Pete here seems like he's pretty reluctant to join. Dan seems like he's all in, so that's nice. Not sure. I'm not sure how many we're gonna get like that, and I don't know how much it's worth fighting. Do any of them have spacewear, spacesuits?
Nope, they're wearing fatigues.
I know the guys in the other shuttles.
Oh, yeah, the vast majority of them will be in a sealed suit of some variety. They are pirates and used to boarding actions, and they probably use that TDX to blow holes in the hull to vent out defenders.
Ship's fixed. Had you guys asked them about why they're going after this place?
That's a good point. Pete, you're up.
I don't actually know. I do know that we were paid to do this assignment. I don't know. The captain and the second in command, they had that information. I told to drive the ship here.
Well, Pete, why don't you take me to your new office?
The bridge.
Pete, that's the captain's room.
Oh. Office.
Pete,
I
does the captain not have his own room?
mean, the captain has quarters. I mean, yes, I can take you to the captain's quarters.
You should do that, Pete.
Okay.
Who's the fourth in command?
It's a single stateroom, standard terminal, latrine. It's not very fancy. It's a subsidized merchant.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a computer that he would have used.
There's a tablet on the desk.
Is it locked?
Yes.
I get my two hackers and ask them to unlock.
You can use that decrypt software now. Or decrypt software.
The intrusion software?
Yeah, either or.
I figure I'm intruding into a thing. Let me get some roll.
No, you don't actually need to roll. You just use it.
Hey, look, it says Open computer. Got it. I can follow that. Actually, it's got an intelligent interface. I can just say, "Hey, computer, can you open that computer?" And it says yes.
It says, "Yep, the password was boobs."
Oh man, that's a good password.
A lot of good passwords tonight.
Open. So it opens up the thing. I'm gonna cliff notes this for you. This guy did not. He did not really know what OPSEC meant. So he's got all sorts of stuff on there, including full recordings of his conversation with the InGen representative, who said, "Look, I don't care what happens at the facility. Go there and blow it up. You can keep anything you find. You're gonna want to shoot it from a distance, but you can keep anything you find, and I'll pay you 5 million credits to get rid of this facility before anyone gets there to salvage it."
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. All right. Oh boy.
We need to go now.
Yeah.
Do you know?
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give guns to the slaves.
Okay.
I'm going to tell them that Dan is the new liaison for them and the pirates. They can do whatever the fuck they want. If they want to leave right now, by all means, go for it. I get it. If you want to take out the other two shitty guys, that's fine. Pete and Greg. I do ask that you offer Dan a position as he's just a worker. Dude needs a break. So that's all I'm asking. If you guys need to get out of here, I get it. If you want to wait for us to get finished, that'd be appreciated. But I understand if you can't, and we got to go.
Okay.
And then I radio the our Captain Picker. I mean.
Yep.
And
range for pickup.
Yep. I assume before we even leave, we hear some gunshots of two shitty people losing their lives.
Actually, the captain's a very just man. He's going to put them out at the airlock.
Yeah, okay, it's fair. You guys could just step this way.
So the captain of this vessel is going to be like, "All right, so we'll hang out for a little bit. I want to do some further repairs on the front screen, although this looks like a pretty good job for a bunch of mercs. But also, you said something about a fleet."
So Zion Trey is under attack. All hands on deck is what the ask is. Women and children and the elderly have been shipped out. We're actually trying to get supplies from the station that these assholes are about to blow up.
Okay.
And,
okay. We might be able to help with that. I mean, the pirates have been pretty busy, and the hold is full of booty. And there's a lot of foodstuffs and such down there, medical supplies. I mean, there's stuff that could help. The thing is, we're not an armed ship. The pirate ships are armed, but we're not, so we wouldn't be much help back there, but we might be able to help your refugees.
That's true. That is absolutely true. And we can offer you an escort back once we finish with our mission.
That'd be fantastic. We'll be here. Good luck. If you need an evac, I'll attempt to help.
We'll get you in contact with our Captain Picker. While we're on the ship, he can help you make repairs to your communications.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. And off we go.
All right. So let me slide you guys off of here. Collect. Nope, I don't need to collect this guy. I need this guy. This guy gets collected. These guys don't get collected. These guys didn't make it.
John, I don't really think there's any danger that they blow the station up.
I don't want them.
I'm actually worried about something different.
Here's my issue. If InGen wants it blown up, I don't want it blown up.
Well, no, I actually have a different issue than that. If InGen wants it blown up, I almost feel like it absolutely should be blown up. That said, we need to scout it out, but I've got a real bad feeling.
Imagine the evidence that's on there.
Yeah, we got some evidence already, but imagine if that evidence, how do I put this? It camouflaging parasite.
True. Also, remember, the foodstuffs to feed the fleet are also on the station.
assuming they're still there, yes. Camouflage and parasite designed as a bioweapon. I don't know what nightmares you're getting, but I got some good ones. I imagine if you released something that could hide in your soldiers and take them out, use them against the rest of the soldiers.
Yeah, it's pretty scary shit. I want to put a stop to people that can do that.
Yeah. Well, we just sent it to 30 more people for it to infect.
So as you guys are now no longer stealth required, right?
Right.
So Captain Picker's got the ship on full burn towards the station. He's gonna come back and be like, "How many shuttles were there?"
3.
One.
What?
There's one docked with the station. The other two are gone.
Can we
Like-
censor them?
I've got sensors on full ping. They're nowhere to be found. And then he turns to Lieutenant Ryder, and he's like, "Ryder, yeah, see if you can pin down follow their exhaust. See if you can figure out what happened." And let me do his roll real quick. Anyone with a sensors check or anything that wants to help can. Ryder got an 11 though, so it's not really necessary. Unless you want to be the one that figures it out. Is it?
I got an 8.
Okay. If you want to be the one that figures it out, you can. There's 2 expanding balls of debris and a nuclear mine signature outside the station.
I think they got hit by one of those mines. Is that what that is?
All right. Captain, we might want to watch our ingress.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know what to do about that.
Those don't show up on any sensor readings.
Any? Yeah, I mean, if we want to sit here and sweep for them, we can use a telescope to see if we can physically spot them. Obviously, they're not invisible. But
How
it's
big are they?
well, they're nukes. From the judge of the yield, I'd say they're probably a kiloton a pop.
Would we set them off in our evac suit?
No, not likely.
That's too big of a jump. You can't make it. I don't even know if I can make it.
Hold up. Question. Can you just follow the exhaust trail of the one that didn't hit any nukes?
Yeah, I can try to slip through that hole.
That seems like our best bet.
All right.
So, good news. There's only 10 people left to deal with.
Is there a way to trigger them on our path, like ahead of us, so that they don't actually detonate us?
I'm relatively certain if we shot one, it would go off, but that's a lot of space to cover. We'd have to go real slow.
Just Gatling gun right in front of us, hoping that it doesn't explode.
That's pretty much it. It's a beam laser. You sweep it back and forth in like a grid pattern, trying to hit anything. So there's another problem here, Commander. There's 2 docking ports available. You want to go to the top ring where the residential stuff was, or do you want to go to the middle ring where the research and command level stuff was? They're all connected on the inside, but there's only 2 ports available that I could dock you with.
Probably which one did they dock on?
They're docked on one of the cargo accesses, which isn't accessible. It looks like they might have been trying to cut their way in. I don't have eyes on any of the borders.
And we'll go to the top ring.
You don't want to just jump on their ship.
Go in the way
You
they
know
do.
what? That's actually not a bad plan.
Yeah, I like that one.
We jump on their ship, take it, or take control of it, so that we make sure this doesn't get out, and make it so they're less likely to blow anything up before, All right, let's do that. That should allow you to more closely follow their slipstream.
Got it, boss. Okay, so he pulls you in directly behind this ship. Now that you're here, you can see like ants crawling on the hull, about 10 figures. And they're blatantly trying to find a weak point that they can either plant an explosive and breach, or they can, get a force and airlock open. They're mag boot walking all along the hall. Some of them have turned and see you, but they don't seem to know what to do about you.
Well, they haven't even gotten inside the ship yet.
No. Also, the shuttle detaches. Starts floating out. Well, it can't get very far in 6 seconds, but it gets like away from the hull. It's blatantly about to ignite its engines.
Stop that shuttle.
Yeah, let's just shoot it out of the water. I don't feel like dealing with these assholes. Take out their engines.
Okay. Anyone want to make a gunnery check? I know some of y'all just put points in it.
I did. I took a turret just so I could do this part.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
It's gonna go terribly, guys.
Boxcars. He's got boxcars. Watch.
But I'm not gonna take a -3 at it anymore, which is the main thing. Hey. Do I add my dex to it at all?
I think so. I think it's the same way as gun combat. It's gunnery plus, I'm guessing, your dex modifier. And then you
Cool,
roll.
I got 12.
Okay. Add that to your 2d6 damage.
Okay. $11 damage.
Okay. You shear through a ton of armor that melts off in thick globs, aiming for the engine, and the ship does ignite its engines and starts to pull a maneuver. Roll Mr. Warg's score. That's a 10. He rolled better. Okay, so the Orkin does pull away from the station because the Orkin's now pulling in tightly behind the shuttle, trying to keep your guns in line. Go ahead and roll another attack.
I missed this time. I got a 6 total.
Okay. Unfortunately, the more maneuverable shuttle whips around, and it's coming in from the flank now. Now, you're in a turret, so you can still shoot in that direction in the next turn. But at 10, there's a jar of as the hull is hit. Several shots lance through the hull, and Picker lets out quite a bit of profanity and, says something about that fancy new hull plating. Take your next shot there, Mr. Ghost.
Uh, 14.
Roll your damage. Make sure to add your effect.
$12.
What were you aiming for? The ship.
Yeah, the shuttle.
I mean, obviously the shuttle, but are you aiming for anything other than center mass?
No, not particularly.
Okay. So a lance goes through the back of the cockpit and through most of the ship. The shuttle veers off, and for a minute you think it's actually under control, but it keeps spinning. It's tumbling now. It's not destroyed, but it's still moving, and you realize that you've probably killed the pilot.
Headshot. Okay.
Keep shooting.
Do you want it completely destroyed?
Yeah, they could get another. They have 2 pilots.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You repeatedly pour fire into this thing until it's nothing but an expanding ball of gas.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with them.
Okay.
I'm really just hoping that the one person in the people in boarding suits haven't tried to jump off, but who knows?
So the people in boarding suits are getting more and more frantic as they're looking. By the time you get back, they've been looking for an entrance for quite a while, and some of them are working their way towards what Picker has identified as the mid-level entrance. That probably is the best way for them to get in. He also goes ahead, and Picker's going to be like, I'm just saying, beam laser isn't going to breach the hull of that thing easily, and it will vaporize boarders crawling along the outside of the hull.
Yeah, make it so.
Ghost?
Beam laser.
Just do it slow so they see it coming. These people are terrible.
I got a 9, so
That's
not very good.
well. Roll your damage. You only need 1 per person. So if you can do more than 10 damage, you can get them all in a swipe.
Is it 2d6 again?
Yeah.
Okay. I only got 6 damage.
All right, you get 7 of them total then. So you blast 7 of them, and you can roll again, or you can accept their surrender as you can't hear them over comms because you're not close enough, but they put their hands up.
Okay, now it's up to you, Kat.
Figure, do you want to take pirates into the crew? Do we have prison quarters?
With all due respect, sir, they're pirates. Their quarters are the airlock.
Fair enough. You heard the man, John. He's the captain.
But remember, the paladin wanted some help.
I don't think these are the kind of help that he wants. Is any of them wearing? Hold up. Is any? Does it look like
Picker's gonna be like, what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Yeah, look, John. I don't really like these people. Dan was like the only one I liked, and that was a close one. He was just dumb.
Okay, I rolled a 14 to hit.
So like the laser blasts through all the remaining ones, and you hear John go, "My finger slipped."
All right.
Okay, so let's get on the station.
Yeah, there's probably no one left from those nuclear explosions. So yeah, we land. We're gonna go in. We're gonna deal with this shit. We probably should have kept Dan so that we could
Have a red shirt.
we should have kept Dan as a red shirt.
You still got
Their red shirt.
still got the yokels. You got Jimmy Bob and Bill Bob.
That's fair. That's fair. It would have been great to find out that Dan was actually a Billy Bob.
As long as he's not a Kevin.
You wanted to go to the top floor?
Yeah.
I thought we went mids.
I thought we said the top one.
Okay.
You can change your mind at this point, but once you board.
Well, I feel like the research place is not the place you want to start.
Yeah. Okay. So top floor is residence, right?
Yes.
Let's do that.
I would also say, however, that if the residents became corrupted with whatever they had, then it's just as bad. But just as bad is not the same. I mean, not knowing means the residents would be the better choice.
While you guys debate that, I'm going to take a bio break.
Okay. Debate over.
Yeah, pretty much. You should probably have that flamethrower this time. I'm a little worried.
You don't trust the Bobs with it?
The plasma jet? I mean, you should bring the plasma jet. The Bobs can bring the flamethrowers.
Oh, okay.
I think this is going to be a place where fire is our friend.
How does DD damage work then? I'm not gonna it's not gonna splash back and hit you guys, right?
I don't know what DD is.
I don't either. I don't think it's in the supply catalog either. Let me look in the rule book. Oh, it might be in the supply catalog.
You roll 1 dice and multiply it by 10.
Holy crap. Okay.
You are explaining DD damage, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did eventually look that up. Alrighty, so the airlock clicks open. There's a hissing noise, and you guys walk into a mostly lit. So the floor lights are flickering in a couple spots. The hallway looks like shit. and this stench of rotting flesh is immediately available for anyone who has their filter turned off on their vac suit. So one of the most jarring things as soon as you open the door on the residential floor is that there's going to be corpses and remains. And I say remains because some of them are mangled beyond the ability to tell that it was once human. There are also holes that look like they were punched straight through steel plating in the decks. There are also holes in the walls that are the same and in the ceiling.
Nope.
Okay. What about do the people look like anything came out of them? Or do they look like something attacked and ate them?
So the first one that you come across that looks like a corpse looks like it's been attacked by a wild animal. It's been ripped up.
Okay. If you better and better.
If you so these don't do it, but I will advise you that when you come across things on this map to hover your mouse over them for a minute because I have put certain things in descriptions for you to read.
Watch out for slimy eggs.
Can I sense?
That's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find out whether we're dealing with a parasite that infests people or just a parasite that eats people. One of those is worse than the other. I'm not sure which one I like more or less, but
Go ahead, Kizik.
Can I sense life?
Yes, there's a lot of life on the station. Some of it's very intelligent. It's very primal. It's very intelligent.
Any of it human?
I can't get that clear of a thing. I just know there's something alive.
can you reach out and connect to any of it?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever done that blind before.
It would be a very difficult check if you wanted to attempt it.
I do not.
What does it look like made these holes?
So the holes look like a gopher hole, except they're dug out of armored steel. And instead of dirt, it's shards of metal. It looks like something punched through with a steel punch and then like shredded bits and pieces of it.
So no acid.
Is it a tunnel?
It is, yeah. It goes down into the access way where the wires and shit are underneath the deck plate.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big nope for me, dog.
Maybe we should just blow it up and tell them the pirates got here first.
Where's that backpack nuke? Oh, I think we just killed her.
Yeah, we killed her. But I mean, we could make it blow up. That's not usually a problem. We just shoot it enough, it'll die.
Look, there's a lot of food on this place, though, but it is an engine place, so we need to find a computer.
All right.
I assume that you, as the walking tank, is going to take point. So
I just looked at something that burrowed through space.
Yeah, steel. So you have fun with that. I'm going to shoot at anything that moves.
Yeah, I'm going to hit everything. I'm going to be playing whack-a-mole shortly. All right, go to the first door. Open the door.
So you come into the first room. There's a sign above that says E-Rec Room, and across the hall there's something that says Station Library.
Oh man, let's go in here and get wrecked.
Yeah, let's go to the library. We go to the library. Who doesn't want to die in a library?
Okay.
You open the door, head on in.
Yeah.
There are more holes punched through the bottom, and there's some bodies in here.
Giant skylight. I saw something, and then somebody stepped in front of my. What was I looking at?
Maybe you can learn something from the library terminals.
Yeah, you want to take a look at those?
Watch my back.
I am watching the hull.
Okay.
Did you see the giant skylight?
Yeah, I did. Somebody should watch the skylight. I'm watching the hull. There's also a fireplace over there.
No, look up at the skylight.
I hit the space bar. Does it turn on?
Yeah, the screen boots up.
This is just the library. I want to see research. What are they doing here? Actually, no. I want to see schematics. I want to see where is the food replicator so we can get out of here.
You're not looking for the food replicator or the auto chef. You're looking for the stockpile of rations, which is on the cargo level. That is something you already knew from the schematics of the ship. Also, Deacon,
Yes.
agility check, please.
Really?
Is it coming from the hole? Because if it is, I want to try to hit it. If it's not, he's fucked.
Give me an agility check, please.
I got it.
We're gonna get into whack-a-mole with your hammer, aren't we?
What'd you get, reckon?
7.
That is not adequate. Maul, what did you get?
So am I doing agility or am I trying to hit it?
So I'm using agility as just a reaction. If you pass your reaction, then you get to roll a hit.
All right. Nope.
The head of a giant lizard pokes up through the hole, immediately tries to grab Deacon. Shears through Deacon's armor. You take 10 damage through your armor. And just starts pulling him into this hole. His whole leg up to the knee is just sucked into this hole with this thing. And I'm assuming Deacon is screaming his head off.
Yep. You said 10 damage through all the armor, so that puts me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already unconscious. I don't have any endurance left.
You're not unconscious after endurance. You're unconscious after your second stat goes down. Actually, that's not true. If it takes you down in one hit, it is unconscious, but you're revivable.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
Can I grab the head of this thing?
So the head of it's already back into the plate. The other thing that you notice is while it was dragging, so when it reached up and grabbed Deacon, it bit into his leg and started pulling him in. It seemed to shimmer for a second, and then was almost invisible when Deacon was getting sucked into the hole.
So I grab Deacon and do a medical check on him.
It's
still
attached to him. It's trying to pull him into the hole.
That's your medical problem.
Yeah, that is a medical problem. So
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose the leg. Let's just throw fire down there.
it's attached to Deacon. Can I shoot it?
You can stick your gun down the hole and try to shoot it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a flame rifle.
you can stick that in there too if you want.
I
Although
advise the flame rifle or the plasma jet.
I'm gonna go ahead and, for Deacon's sake, say he's conscious enough at the moment to see all of you and can tell you not to do this because his leg's in there if he wants to.
Yeah.
Are we able to see the? Are we able to see what's connected to his leg? I mean, I've got a knife. Are we able to cut that thing?
Pull
You-
me out of the hole first.
You can't reach him. He's latched onto the leg, and it's like the size of a gopher hole. So you can shimmy the barrel of your gun down beside his leg and pull the trigger and hope you don't blow his foot off in the process.
Yeah.
We have any gear where we can cut through the floor?
Not in the time that you are allowed. This needs to happen in the next 6 seconds.
Yeah. Try.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it with the rifle.
You're some big dude. You can just pull me out. Don't shoot down the hole.
All
You're
right,
gonna take my leg off.
go ahead and roll your checks on the things you want to do.
Somebody else can grab you by the arms.
Don't worry, we'll at least save half of you, Deacon.
The
Okay,
the boarding vac suit does have handholds on it for maneuvering people.
Yeah, but won't his leg just come off?
Depends on who does the pulling, I guess. What's your check come to, Ghost?
Oh, hold on. Not good. That's.
Do we have any oil or grease we could dump down there to make them slippery so the thing can slip away?
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, so you didn't blow his foot off. All right, go roll your damage.
It's a good thing, Deacon. You still have your leg.
Maybe. We don't know if it's dead yet.
16 damage.
You hear a loud shrieking, and something lets go of Deacon's leg right before he loses consciousness from the blood loss. Deacon's leg and the suit around his leg is completely shredded. Whatever just punched through the metal is obviously punched through his suit. There's bone and blood, and it is bad.
God, boy.
I got
Yeah.
medic 1, so
Ooh.
I'm probably going to start helping him.
I've got medic 2.
I would help you then. Clearly, you are the doctor.
Sterling is the doctor. It's one of his key traits.
All right.
Somebody do something.
Can I give him a boost?
You absolutely can.
All right. I'm helping to set the bone as he does whatever he does.
All right, I rolled a 10.
All right, that's good. So he's gonna regain 2 hit points plus. So that was with your boost, right? You rolled 3 dice.
Oh, I didn't do my boost. Sorry.
Roll-
I gotta throw that boost in there.
Roll a third dice, and if it's higher than one of your others, add it to it.
I think he still got a 10.
That's
Yeah,
that's still good.
Yeah.
Deacon, take back 2 hit points. You regain consciousness regardless. When you do regain consciousness, you see your leg completely patched up. Your vac suit's been ripped from the knee down completely off because it was already shredded. And your leg is completely wrapped in bandages, so you don't have to look at the mess of what it is. But from the look on Sterling and Maul's faces, you know it was bad.
Ouch. Thanks, guys. Yeah, let's just blow this place up.
We should just start shooting flame down the holes.
Yeah. Who had the flamethrower?
I got a flame rifle.
Can I search for metal-eating lizard dragons on the computer library now?
Sure.
Just mental note to everybody: avoid the holes.
I mean, something went skittered across the ceiling too, so I don't know that they're only in the holes.
Well, we got a skylight in here, so we might not want to hang out too long.
Computer was talking to Sammy.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Access denied. Access denied.
Can I
Well, that didn't sound
intrude
good.
into it? Oh no, I don't know that the guy did that. Never mind.
Okay.
Computer saying access denied. I can't get into it.
You can get into the computer. You were trying to look up very specific classified files. You can access the generic library.
If only somebody had picked up some kind of a way to access the station.
So, were you already looking for logs as far as what happened on the ship or what's going on?
I looked for the cargo bay because that's where we're trying to get, and it's kind of scary here. Then I saw a giant lizard dragon that eats metal come out of a hole and pull Deacon's leg almost off. So then I searched for lizard dragons, and it says that it's too classified. I don't have access to it.
Any part of the system you can download to your portable and bring with you?
And we just sync to the library database.
Well, that way we can get the heck out of here.
Hey, Jeremy. You guys were on one computer when you did the hacking?
Yeah, he was looking over my shoulder.
What are the odds he downloaded that thing and you didn't notice it?
I don't know. I'm a pretty perceptive guy.
Seems low, so you may want to tell him because he's not paying attention.
Yeah, Deacon, you remember when I was downloading those 100 gigs of weird files and you said, hey, what about that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know anything about that? Like, what would that do?
You have a data wafer with that access thing on it.
Yeah, here's this. You just hurry up because my leg hurts and I would like to get off this place and not get bitten again by that.
I mean, don't step into the holes then, or close to them. Data wafer inserted into library terminal.
It still says access denied, but it has a little help menu that says that seems like it's a central computer key. You should probably use that on the computer mainframe.
Oh, gotta go to the computer mainframe, guys.
Do we know where that's located?
It's on the engineering level. It's in your schematics.
Engineering level.
Copy.
Do we have like infrared cameras on our suits? Can
Yeah.
we look around?
You absolutely do.
I'm gonna flip to a different spectrum and see if I can see anything.
Where are you looking?
Next to the holes.
You do not see anything there.
Can I look at the ceiling?
You can. You do see something skitter into one of the power terminal vents. It seems to be able to go in and out of the ship, of the station. You lose track of it amongst all the wiring and tunnels of the ducts, though.
Did you guys see
that-
something on the ceiling?
That thing can survive out in vacuum?
It wasn't that thing. It's the wrong shape.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's something on the ceiling too. Wait, vacuum. That's a good idea. You guys want to shoot out the skylight?
No, because then my leg is done.
Yeah, so much for my flame rifle.
We don't have like a porto cast that we can just put around your leg.
You're not going to be able to make it airtight without finding another suit.
Right.
Just a bunch of bulkhead patches around his leg.
Do we have one on? Do we have an extra on the ship?
Yes. I myself have an extra one.
You guys have several. If all you're looking for is a airtight suit, you have several on the ship. It's a very common piece of equipment, but it will take all of his armor away, which might not be the best idea.
Armor doesn't do any good against the that lizard when it bites your leg, but
That's a true story.
All right. Let's keep pushing forward. I think you said you saw it on infrared, so maybe we switch to infrared.
Or we can have like teams. I'm gonna go infrared and look ceilings. You guys can go regular and look ground.
Well, we already know that thing can camouflage, so regular's not going to see it.
Yeah. Infrared all the way. And then we got to find a computer mainframe,
That's
and
all
we
my
also have to
engineering.
find. Yeah.
Then go to the
So-
cargo to get all the food.
Right.
Kizik, you have this data away for now. Don't lose it.
We should probably keep our eyes out for suits. We need a replacement for Deacon.
Those might be in engineering too.
Yep, engineering probably might have something like that. All right. Do we need to check out the E-Rec room?
I mean, open them all up. See if they got any survivors. Who's been fighting these guys? Like that would be a badass guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Send in the tank.
I open the door. Game desk, hollow table.
There's several skeletons in here that have been picked clean.
I scan the room. Do I see any heat signatures?
No, you do not. You do see that one of the holes was filled with like an expanding foam, and then like they did their best to like move chairs and stuff over top. Like they tried to seal the hole.
Didn't work.
It did not work.
All right.
Nothing really else of interest in here.
Hey, how's the temperature in this place? Is it hot?
It's humid, but it's probably only about 75 degrees in this place.
Okay. Because the thing that grabbed him was reptilian, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Did we check the storage lockers?
No, I didn't check them.
There's
I didn't go in there.
video game discs and stuff for the holotables, and there's a bunch.
It's a rec room. I wasn't really expecting to find
Yeah.
anything super useful.
There's an entire collection for books of this RPG called Traveler.
Completely untouched. Nobody's read them.
Can we kick the thermostat down to 60?
If you can get to the central computer core, you can change just about anything you want.
I wanted them all on each of the rooms.
Oh,
All right, then we'll start moving down. We're scanning as we go. We're taking our time. We're doing full, attempt to not get ambushed procedures.
Watching the ceiling wide of all of the holes.
Yeah.
who's opening this door?
I'll open it.
Okay. There's a barracks in here.
We should check the barracks. Anything on infrared showing up in here?
Negative. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and do a perception roll.
All right. I have a whole point I can use in that now. No, I don't. I just don't take a negative. I got an 8.
Okay. So as you're scanning and you're looking down like through the floor looking for the lizard thing, you see a shape. It's about the size of a large dog. It's not on your floor, it's directly below you. And it for a split second you're like, is it walking on the ceiling? And then it's gone.
Nice.
All right. Well, there's nothing in this room, but there was one below us.
What about this desk right here? Does it have a computer panel or something like that on it?
There are basic computers built into each of these desks, and some of these lockers might be openable.
We got a vac suit in any of these lockers.
Roll a perception check.
I got a shotgun, a field kit,
Got a 7.
a Geiger counter. Oh, shotgun ammo. I'm gonna take that.
Okay. Each box of shotgun ammo is 50 rounds.
Sweet.
There you go. Our computer hacker guy, can we get any information from our desks here?
They're not locked, they're personal terminals. Also, if anyone else wants to roll that perception check, you can.
Deacon doesn't care. Don't need a vac suit.
I'll roll it. Not very perceptive though. Yeah. 6.
5.
Found some rations. Not that good. Is this all we needed? Was enough to fit in one hand?
Someone got a leather jacket.
Rifle ammo, some junk, and some money. What's money worth?
Not a ton. We're talking like 25 credits a pop. Like it's pocket money. It's not a big find.
Yeah, I figured. You never know, though.
That's true.
Hey, pennies add up.
Yep. Okay, so has everybody rolled their perception that's going to?
Yeah, I did. I got a 5.
Okay, just making sure. I hadn't heard anything from Ghost.
Yeah, I got a 6, so I didn't pass anything.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you guys look like you're looting the shit out of the barracks. Feel free to take your time, but, that's the extent of the content of the barracks.
I have a question about the, you said the personal terminals?
Yep, they're personal terminals. They've been used to send messages to and from family for the crew.
When was the last one dated?
The last one was dated 3 weeks after the program was officially closed. Your previous data said that they closed the program. 3 weeks after that, the last data terminal was sent to here. It's a goodbye letter. It basically is they're hunting us. I don't know how they got loose. Everybody else is dead. I love you and all that jazz. Goodbye. And then there's a little warning message at the bottom that says transmission not sent, communications offline.
Can we
How long ago was that?
download all this stuff?
It was months ago. Say what, Ghost?
Can we download all of these files, the personal ones, the
Yeah.
messages at least?
Yes, these are not locked.
This would be a good ad campaign for InGen.
And companies like that always come out of it. Somebody goes, "Hey, I know you did some really evil, bad shit, but hey, you created a monster that we'd like to weaponize. We'll still pay you. No jail time."
Blizzard.
Sammy opens the canned food and dry bread and leaves it next to the hole.
Okay. Roll a survival check for your trap.
Survival's education.
Yeah, survival can be education.
I rolled a 10.
A rat comes out of the hole. At least it looked like it was a rat. Starts sniffing at the rations. When you get closer, you realize it's actually a frog with teeth.
Is that one of the intelligent creatures? I say as I level a shotgun at it.
Can I reach out to that psionically? Before it gets his brain blowed out?
You can try to reach out to it psionically if you want. Are you going to try to touch it to do this, or are you going to stand at a distance?
Dude, don't touch that frat.
Don't touch the brat.
I hear that as I was reaching out to touch it, but no, I'm going to mind link from a distance.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your check.
Dude, if you get a frat as a familiar,
That's a 10.
It's very hungry. It's very hungry and it's very scared. And it has children to feed. Many children.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's not intelligent and it's scared, and I'm going to walk away from it. He'll be all right.
It starts eating the rations.
All right, I will put the shotgun away and continue moving forward. I'm scanning ahead. Nothing on this hole.
No.
Right.
I'll let you know when you need to make perception checks. I'm rolling your... Every time you open a door, go through certain checkpoints, I'm rolling to see what happens.
All right, I open the door.
Uh-oh. I deleted the door. That was not what I was meant to do. There you go.
and you could have had squeakers.
Okay. The as the door opens, more bodies.
Do these look like they've been eaten or killed by the same critter?
So these look like they've been attacked by an animal, like the first corpse you came across. You did notice that next to the holes, the piles of remains are like ground up, like they're very badly mauled. And then there's another distinct type of attack, which all these look like, that looks more like a animal attack, like a tiger or a warg or something.
Space cat.
Yeah.
Frog rat.
Demigorgon.
So the ground up stuff, that would be whatever can chew through the metal.
That's a logical conclusion. Yeah.
So this is probably whatever is either existing outside the ship or we haven't seen before. And nothing showing up on infrared in here, right?
Nope.
How do auto chefs work?
It takes protein and adds flavor packets to it to make you think that it's meat or broccoli or whatever else, but it's really just a pre-sequenced protein.
Can you set them to just spit food out constantly?
Could.
We should do that.
We just need to take those and put them on our ship.
Pretty sure we have an auto chef.
You do.
We do? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pretty-
we should just set these to dispense food continuously, like one of those dog food things that timer goes off, pops out food, dog fed,
That'd be a good trap.
or just a way to offer a supplement to not eating people.
No, definitely attract a lot of frats.
Yeah. I tell Sammy to go ahead and do that.
Start cooking.
Just set them so they auto spit out something.
Beep, beep, beep.
Just
Stick up a noodle.
for my own giggles, Sammy, what are you setting him to spit out food-wise?
Frog legs.
Okay. It doesn't know how to do frog legs, so it does its best to imitate it. It starts picking. It starts spitting out buffalo chicken wings. It's the closest it could come up with.
Killing hot pockets.
Okay.
All right. Continue scanning. We're going nice and slow. Taking it easy.
All right, you guys get to the turbo lift. You go down to engineering.
Yep.
Yes.
Deacon hobbling along with you, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Can we use the flak jacket we found to kind of make him a knee splint, like a split, but that flexes at the knee, so it gives him some support, but still lets him walk?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a check for that. You can use whatever skill you think might be relevant.
I feel like it's mechanics. I don't know if I'm good at mechanics. I'm not. Is anybody a good mechanic? I have an idea.
Deacon is good at mechanics. He's your mechanic.
I tell Deacon what to do, and then I tell Deacon what I want to do, and have him tell me how to do it.
Yeah,
Roll
let
the
him
check.
MacGyver away.
Can I either get a boost dice or let him roll it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
one?
rolling it. I got a
Either way.
yeah. I rolled a 13.
Okay. So whatever the flax damage resistance is, you now have on your leg. You can also now walk relatively well. So you basically get your armor back, unless the flak was more than your armor, in which case you get, more armor back.
Cool.
And you can walk without the hobble.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys come down the turbo lift. It lets you out in this little hallway. All you see is this tiny little area with a door in front of you and a hole in the ground.
Do some scanning, infrared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hardcore scanning.
Don't see anything in the immediate vicinity.
All right. We'll walk up and open the door.
Now you see the rest of the hallway. There's the holes that you already are familiar with. Halfway down, there's a station robot that's trying to patch all the holes with bulkhead patches. It's fruitlessly trying to do this.
That makes sense. Can I call the robot down here?
You can attempt to call to it, but you know these robots are pretty dumb and they're usually controlled from a central area.
Leave me. We might steal that later, though.
Are they automatic or are they actually something that's being robotically controlled by someone else?
So they are automatic. They're like a Roomba, but on steroids. They have like a pre-programmed thing. That's why it's trying to repair. It's like there's a hole in the hull, must fix. And, that.
All right, we'll open the operations center.
Okay, you open the operations center door. There's a little bit of a gap.
Mind the gap. Can we lower the bridge down?
It looks like that bridge takes a key card.
We have one.
Oh, I put the key card in.
It's not the right kind of key card. You have a data wave with a program on it. It wants an actual key card. The outline of the slot is green.
Did you guys see a key card anywhere?
I didn't see anything on the corpses or any of the things we searched, right?
Not so far.
Okay.
We
Is there
found.
one on the floor right now?
Is it on the floor? No, it's not on the floor right now.
How far is that gap?
It's far enough that you wouldn't want to try. Well, you wouldn't want to try to jump it. And if you try to use your jetpack, just so you know, one of the things I discovered is it's a flyer wing check, and flying inside is a like 14 or 16 difficulty.
Yeet.
All right, we'll come back.
So we check out this room over here.
Okay. So this room is. Oh, I didn't label this room. Okay, you guys open the door.
Are these drones?
You
Drone
walk.
command
You walk into a drone room. The drone command interface has been attacked. It is sparking. It is got electrical arcs coming all over the thing.
Mhm.
It is one of.
We got some rubber boots. Can we just
Sammy Deacon, this is more your forte.
yeah, let's fix it.
Yeah. Yep, malfunction, control, redirected to computer operations center.
I'm assuming these are the drones right here, these little wafer things.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay,
Can,
so we still have to find the key card is what we need.
you can see the little gun drones floating above those, right?
Yep.
Well, that's power packs. That's good.
We don't want to try to fix this. Say, tentatively step towards a sparking sparkers.
If you can, it says control's been redirected to the operations center.
Yeah, if we fix it, then we can control them from here.
True. If you don't get shocked to death.
Is there
Give it a
a
shot.
like maintenance terminal around here so we get some rubber boots, rubber gloves?
There's not in this room, no.
I'm not gonna get shocked. Is your flak suit foot gonna be okay, Deacon?
Yeah.
You think you can just walk up there?
You can just poke it with a stick.
You know what makes it a flak suit are the metal armor plates in it.
Oh, I thought they were ceramic.
Yeah, ceramics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that.
All right, let's move on.
Hold on, I gotta roll every time you pass one of them things.
Okay.
But
Just
since
keep
but
falling.
since Sheer is so excitable, we'll go ahead and roll your reflex save, Mr. Sheer.
All right. It's over 8. Do you need to know how much more over 8?
Nope. You're actually watching the hole really, really, really intently, waiting for one of those things to jump out. And you just like have a spidey sense moment, and you sidestep suddenly because you think something's going to fall out of it, but it's not what happens. What falls from the ceiling is some sort of like dog creature that you only momentarily see, as it has also some sort of adaptive camouflage like in its fur. It's not as good as the other thing. You can still, it's like looking at a elite in Halo that's camouflaged. Like you can still tell it's there as it's going to try to leap forward towards you.
Fuck.
It
I
does.
pull my trigger.
It does hit for 5 damage. It is not as bad. It's only AP 5 as the other one. And you go ahead and roll your to hit and damage.
Motherfucker. That's my favorite drinking arm. I got a 10 to hit.
That does it. Carry over your effect.
$18 damage.
Okay. That very badly hurts it. Part of its skin from the back like peels back as your shot. You said you use a shotgun?
That's the Gauss rifle.
Oh shit! You fired a Gauss in a space station again? Hold on, I gotta do some more holes now.
I figured there's holes all through this thing.
Yeah, what's your AP on your Gauss rifle?
Lot. Hold on, 1 second. AP6.
And you rolled a 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so correction. The last thing that goes out its ass is its head. Also, that round sails through the wall and pings off of several parts of the hull, and you hear a beep 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 decompression warning. Please stand by. And you realize that you should never, ever, 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 ever fire a Gauss rifle inside of a spacecraft of any kind, and I can't make it any more clear.
Ouch. Meanwhile, the robot who's trying to fix holes runs over and starts patching holes.
Well, there are robots being dispatched to it, but they got a 6 on their first attempt, so the pressure in the room is dropping.
So that's not good for Deacon.
We can just cinch it up there. He won't have an air problem. His leg's just going to get a little chilly.
Well, we can move on too and try to make this a little bit faster. I guess I'll swap this out. I don't need to hold the barrel.
It's not like we gave everybody shotguns and other stuff to do the specific action. Let me roll 2 more. Okay. Well, that guy hit, but he's already dead. So you guys get to the next intersection.
All right. Open the doors.
Which one?
We'll do command center.
You do command center? Okay.
Have we scanned these holes for anything?
Yes.
Oh, I need to put a label on this one. Okay. Opening command center. Inside, there's a pretty graphic scene. The communications console has a hole punched through it that looks like it came from that beast, but there's no holes in the floor, which is very interesting. There are a couple of torn out vents, and the screen on the broken communication console says communications offline, distress signal not sent.
I look up.
There's still a broken vent.
Okay, so it's not in the room. Oh, I wouldn't necessarily know though because it's near invisible.
Also, destroying only the communication console might tell you something.
Yeah, they're intelligent. I got a stim pack. I jam it into Deacon's leg.
Okay. So stim packs in this game are a medicine that allows you to I can't remember what the exact name of the drug is, but it's the one that lets you overcome like criticals and damage stuff temporarily, but there's a blowback. It has a come down afterwards. Can't remember
I don't jam it into his leg. I'll hold on to it.
It's a very good I'm about to die thing that temporarily gives you a boost and allows you to ignore that injury.
This guy looks like a commander. Does he have one of the key cards on him?
I have the key card.
Oh, you do?
Yep. I'm glad you noticed I look like a commander, though. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Whatever. my big dirty secret this entire time. I'm higher rank than you, or I was when we were in the military. It irritates me every day that I have to take my orders from you.
I'm pretty sure I outranked you.
I started earlier. I went right in through and did the military academy for the pre.
Oh, right. I just passed you because I'm better. Yeah.
No. I had a higher rank than you earlier than you.
Yeah. Because you were one of those preppy kids that got into military school. I had to work for my rank.
I remember you failing out your first year.
No, I didn't fail in.
So you got the command key? Are we not going back to the command center?
Oh, that's fair. Let's go back to the command
It looked
center.
like someone opened the weapons lab. We're not doing that?
Oh yeah, it says weapons lab. I'm opening this.
Oh.
All right, Maul, give me a agility.
We can't use recon to like get a heads up, like because it's just gonna guaranteed hit.
Yeah, go ahead. You can use recon. I'll let you do that. Same thing. Guaranteed hit? Is your agility that bad?
I got a 4, so doesn't matter.
Well, it still has to actually hit, but it did. And it does 6 damage through your power armor. It has sundered part of your power armor, part of the leg, but your armor is much thicker than what it's used to, so it's not completely destroyed like the vac suit was. But it is no longer airtight as it leaps out through the hole. The other thing is that you're going to get to do something that Deacon couldn't do. Actually, Deacon probably could have done it, but it almost guaranteed he would have failed. I can't see his sheet, so I can't guarantee that. You can oppose its strength. You need to roll a 12 or higher, but you can make a strength check to try to keep it from pulling you into the hole.
Is it strength athletics?
You can use strength athletics, yes, so that's a skill you have.
4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, not quite. You resist it enough that it doesn't completely suck you in the same way, but it definitely is still trying to pull you in the hole. Everyone can now take a reaction.
All right, so it's half in, half out, like before.
It's actually a little bit more out because he's bigger and it's harder to get him in the hole, and he's got better power armor, and he was got some resistance. So the thing's head is latched onto his leg, and it's got most of its body in the hole, but you can see its head.
Grab its head, like grab the neck and just.
You can absolutely try to do that. It is incredibly strong. That's one of the first things you're going to notice, Maul. It's tremendously strong.
Oh, I've got a stealth dagger. Try and stab one of its eyeballs out.
Okay, you want to leap in there and give that a shot? I like that. Why don't you give me a roll for that while Maul decides how to wrench this thing's head off?
I'm trying to kill it. I know they're intelligent. I feel like if we can talk to them, we can. As it's fighting me, I tell Sammy to reach out and try to talk to it.
What are my modifiers for? I've got blades, so we're running 7.
It's blades plus, I think melee is strength, correct? I think it's blades plus your melee, or plus your strength modifier, so. And then you roll.
Yeah, so we're at 7.
For my strength check to hold it.
Oh, you can actually use melee or strength, whichever is higher.
Oh, and if it's melee, then I got 10.
Oh, it's melee. I've got 9.
Okay. So, Sterling stabs it in the eye with the stealth dagger. Maul wrenches it out, like by its neck, up out of the, trying to get it off his leg. It's still latched onto his leg. John, I think, said he was going to shoot it. Sammy's trying to psychically connect to it. Deacon is.
I'm gonna hold my fire because I think there's too many people around it for me to shoot and not miss them all.
I got an 11 trying to mind link to it.
Okay, you are able to touch its mind. What would you like to do?
Ask it if it's intelligent. Tell it to be calm. Tell it to stop biting and sit still.
Oh, that is so intuitive of you to catch on part of that. Words were not going to work. Emotions would work. Trying to invoke calmness is much better approach than trying to speak. Unfortunately, you're going to get a ton of feedback because it just took a shit ton of damage. By the way, I need damage rolls from everybody who just hit it. It may actually be dead.
I think it was just a knife that hit it.
Oh no, Maul hit it too, but he's using his hands, not his hammer.
No, I didn't hit it. I was trying to grab it.
Oh, well, you definitely have control. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage with the knife.
I was trying to get them to not kill it so we could try to talk to it, since we've been told it's intelligent.
I held my fire.
What's your damage there, Sterling?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay. Since you stabbed it in the eye, I'm going to say you did stick a knife in its eye. That made it very angry, and Sammy knows.
First, like it's got to be aware that, like, consequences.
Yep. It's going to try to retract into the hole. Maul, are you going to let it go, or are you going to hang on to it?
I'm pulling it out of the hole.
Okay. Give me an opposed strength check. It rolled a 8-10.
Can I see this and help Maul?
Yes, you absolutely can. You can give him a boost dice if you want.
Yeah.
I got a. So we just using strength, or am I using melee?
You're just using strength as opposed tug of war right now. Yeah, you were melee because you're pulling him off. I thought you were smacking him off your leg.
I wasn't trying to pull him off. I figured that might make the wound worse.
Well, he did let go when he got stabbed in the eye.
15.
You definitely pull him out of the hole. The whole thing is now out of the hole and visible. It doesn't actually have this long of a tail, but other than that, it's almost accurate to what it is. It's got a very sharp snout with razor sharp everything on the front that look like it can grind through metal pretty easily. Its claws look like they're actually gouging deep furrows out of the steel as it's being pulled out of the hole. And there are all sorts of spines and shit on its back that look like it's been cutting through metal and such.
All right, Sammy, keep trying.
And it tries to go invisible.
I'm gonna use Mind Link again and tell it calm again. Tell it. I'm gonna tell everybody to take a step back and tell it just relax.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Okay. It does stop fighting you a little bit more. If you're not squeezing it enough to hurt it, it'll stop struggling almost completely. If you're squeezing it enough that it's hurting it, it'll wiggle uncomfortably in your grip unless you loosen it.
I'm merely trying to, one, keep it from attacking me and everyone else, and keep it from going into the hole. I'm not trying to hurt it. We are attempting to communicate, because I'm pretty sure that's the entire problem with this station.
Sammy definitely knows that it wants to go back in the hole. But it's also, like, it's angry because it got stabbed in the eye, but it's not, like, actively malicious.
Can I do a medicine check on its eye?
Can one of you speak at a time, please?
Sorry. This is the scene where you're trying to put a cat in a bathtub. You're gonna do a medical check on his eye?
Yeah, you can. You see, you're struggling with it, so really Sterling should be the one to do the medical check, because he's also the one that stabbed it.
Yeah, but that means he would know how to fix it best.
Is that what we want to do?
Yes, they're intelligent. If we can convince them that we're not food, we might solve a lot of problems. And also, if you could work with them, imagine if they fought on our side instead of trying to eat us.
This is
All right.
an engine bullshit thing. I don't want anything to do with
If you want me to roll a medical check, I've already just did it, so I can do that.
Okay. What'd you get?
16.
That's really good.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
so you don't put its eye back in because you don't have the capability, but you do stench the bleeding, and you give it some pain medicine so it doesn't hurt as bad. It does appear that its eye is only a secondary sensory thing, like it's probably nearly blind now that you're having a look at it, but it did hurt a lot.
What's this thing spliced with?
It has calmed significantly.
I'm gonna offer it a ration. We got rations. I picked up some rations.
If you offer it something meat-based, it will probably take it.
Looking, I got rifle ammo, shotgun ammo,
The Billy Bob?
Billy Bob.
We got chicken wings back in the mess hall.
Oh yeah. So, did anybody grab any chicken wings?
You know I grabbed some chicken wings.
Yeah, pass me a chicken wing.
All right.
I-
Someone roll handle animals. It really should be Ball.
Hold on, I'm checking. Do I have handle animal?
I should have made that medical check a veterinary check, but that's fine. We're past it.
I don't have handle animal.
Go
But
ahead.
that is a social skill, right?
Yes, it is. Go ahead and roll
All
it.
right. Can I get a boost dice because I'm offering it food and I'm not hurting it?
Yeah, I'll help.
Yep, absolutely. That magic chicken wing. You never thought that was going to save the party.
I got a 9.
I got an 8 on the dot.
All right, this thing is actually relatively tame now. It's literally eating out of John's hand.
Out of mine. Whoa.
You're the one that had the chicken wing. But
I,
with that said, like, even though your gloves are armored, its mouths are like sets of 10 snips. Like the bones in that chicken wing, even though they're artificial, aren't causing any resistance to it whatsoever.
All right.
I put that crap on the ground real quick.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in my hand very long. All right. What do we do with it now, Maul?
We get Sammy to learn to talk with it.
That's right. Communicate, man.
Communicate. If this is a truly intelligent creature, that is a possibility.
Sammy's been linked with it long enough to know that while it is intelligent, it is the intelligence of slightly more than a dog. Like, it definitely understands what words and stuff mean if it's taught, but it's probably never going to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, it's not saying words, guys. Like, so far, it understood, stop killing us, kind of.
Okay, so that means that the dog-cat thing is the intelligent.
We should.
Like a dog would know if it's alone or not. Ask it if there's more than one of these things.
Oh no, it's definitely intelligent. Like, it can think of tactics, it can utilize tools. It's intelligent. It's just not intelligent in a linguistic way.
Just tell it to communicate peace and calm to the rest of the little monsters and keep them away from us.
It's also the only one.
There it goes.
It's the only one?
It's the only one.
All right. Tell it, us, friend, protect.
There you go.
Oh, Chompy.
Oh, we're not going to name him Chompy.
We're going to name him Chicken Wing.
We're going to name him Mauler.
He eats steel, though.
I know. That's fucking awesome. It's going to be great. We're going to go into a power armor fight. I'm just going to take my armor off, be like, I don't need this, and then release him and watch him eat the enemy.
Okay. Well, we still have a mission to do, so is it gonna follow us now?
Hope so.
I'm terrified of this thing. It will eat you in your sleep.
And as long as we feed it, it'll be fine. Let's check the armory.
It's not a date, dude. As long as you feed it, it'll be fine.
How big is this thing?
Monster.
How big is this thing?
The scale is about right. It's about the same mass as a horse, but obviously it's much more elongated.
Look, we were joking about dinosaurs. This thing is a fucking dinosaur. You do not want this thing to come with us. What are we gonna do with this thing?
Make it a pet?
This is a bad idea.
Anybody got a leash?
Hold up. Can you imagine if pirates try to attack us?
Yeah, we have you. Like, we don't need this thing. This thing is
this
fucking...
and no. This is Mauler's coming with us. He's my friend now.
Oh boy. You remember the warg? I'm just saying. All right.
Look, I will throw another dog in a well if you take this away from me.
He does have a taste for your flesh now.
You promise?
He started to nibble on your leg.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go check the armory back here, since that's why we opened this door.
All right, since I fed him and we just walked in different directions, who does Mauler follow?
Thought we were checking out the armory. Why are you leaving?
Because we have the key card now.
We had the key card already. You wanted to go and check the armory.
Let's just check out all these cargo crates in here and stuff and try and loot this place.
Follows Sammy.
Good.
Follows me?
Yeah.
You're the one communicating with it.
We got mag rail rifles over here.
Are there any mag rail rifles?
Oh, there's one sitting here.
Sterling would be the one who found it.
Yep, I want it. Thank you.
There's also a mag pistol. What's the number on this?
That's the number in the book.
Oh, okay. Does anyone need a mag pistol?
I mean, all I've really got is this Gauss cannon, so
You have a mag pistol now.
okay.
I've given you guys so many rifles and shotguns, you're still not carrying anything else.
I mean, I have an assault rifle, but like, I wasn't gonna pull that out and shoot at someone's leg.
Because the Gauss rifle is so much better.
Yeah, 'cause I can one-shot something with that.
I understand where he's coming from. That's fair. So
That's one hole that I can fix.
you're thinking
It's a hole the size of a soda can.
It's still.
I mean, technically,
fixable.
shoot someone in the leg with a Gauss rifle. There is no hole.
That's valid.
There's no hole. There's no actual damage to the leg. It's just gone.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's go check the. I'm gonna be petting Mauler on the way.
Okay.
And feeding him more chicken wings because as we go by the that's not down here. That's upstairs. All right, I'm gonna get all John's chicken wings.
Oh, we got more frats.
I'd Mauler eat those things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sick 'em.
So, as you guys are walking along, like they cover the whole hallway, and they're just eating this thing.
It's gonna be up to Sammy, I think.
Sammy, you want to tell it that that's their food is ahead?
The dragon?
See,
Yeah.
see what the dragon thinks about the frats.
Those frats are kind of cool. I talked to them. But yeah, I'll see if the dragon wants to go ahead.
The dragon has no desire to eat those things.
Yeah, he says they're not clean. They're all right. Just walk right past them.
Wait, so they're not meat?
It says they're not clean, actually, because it hit it right on the head.
Huh. What about the dog?
The dog. There are many of the dogs. The dog is bad enemy.
Does he want to eat the dog before the rats finish it off?
Not if the rats are chewing on it.
All right. As
might
we
be
approach, do the rats
fast
move?
quickly.
They won't move out of your way unless you try to kick them or something.
This is where the flame jet comes in.
Yeah. Let's. Why don't you clear that out? I don't think frats are a good thing. Unclean means diseased, which means they're designed to infiltrate and spread some kind of a plague.
But yeah.
You're the one with the plasma jet.
So we flame rifle in this thing?
Yeah,
Or flame rifle, plasma
rifle.
jet.
Who left?
I don't know. Left. Somebody left.
I'm still here.
Raccoon.
Oh.
All right, I'm just going to start shotgunning then.
I wonder if he knows he left.
He was falling asleep like an hour ago, so.
He has been having some difficulty. All right, so a flame rifle, shotgun, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I got a 10 on the flame rifle.
That was very ready. Okay, go ahead and add your effect to your damage.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Hero.
Yeah, I've been really quiet.
We
All
were
right, we're looking at a 14.
okay. That's a
Nice.
shit ton of damage. That's enough to do. This one and this one and this one and this one are now flaming jets, and these two scurry into this hole.
Can I shoot him with the shotgun as they scurry away?
Sure, go
There
ahead.
you go.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
I got a 7.
Oh, they scurry into the hole.
Yeah.
There's burning rats. They smell pretty bad.
Mhm.
And I start turning on the vac suit filter.
Yeah, we probably should keep that on.
I mean, yours can be on, but those with compromised suits are going to get little whiffs.
Can I patch my suit with the bulkhead things?
Not without a mechanics check.
Okay. We have a mechanic, right?
Sure do. That's what Deacon does.
All right.
So
I'm gonna see.
you guys slip the green key card in this thing?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of this thing. Oh no, it broke. I'm not proud of it anymore. It's fucking busted.
Jinxed it.
Tabletop Simulator betrayed me. That was a joint on a hinge that like the bridge floated down into position like super perfectly. Sad. All right, there's a maintenance bot in here. There's a mainframe.
All right. First things first. Let's set the. You guys hear that?
Cackling. That's me.
Oh, I thought you were. The dog is growling at the cat. Anyway, let's set the droids to not attack our new friend.
The droids don't attack. They're too dumb for that.
No, the droids were about to fix.
The gun droids. Okay, yeah, you can do that. You have parameters for it. So you need a medical check, just basic pass. That's a 6, and to do a scan of it, and then you need a computer's check of 8 to go ahead and program it. Your key card that you got the data wafer that Deacon got allows access without any further checks. Like you don't have to hack into this thing. You slide it in, and it lets you have control.
All right, so can we transfer the data files to our ship?
Absolutely. What do you want? The whole thing?
Yeah, everything incriminating.
So everything incriminating isn't everything. The reason I ask is because there's a ton of data on here. There's more data than your ship computer could ever take. Alternately, 2 of these racks are storage racks, and you could take the drives physically with you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right, that makes more sense, assuming we make it that far. Yeah. All
Wait,
right.
tell the robot to start doing that.
Now the robot does tell you. Well, sorry, the central computer does tell you. Oh, I forgot to do the login accepted thing because you brought the right thing.
Login accepted.
Look, I spent a long time doing that. It does tell you as soon as you start taking the data drives out, the station's going to start shutting down. So, like the station needs the drives to operate.
We should do that last.
Okay.
Alternatively, couldn't we just send the transmission, or it won't go far enough?
It'll get there eventually, but it doesn't travel faster than light. So, like, transmissions need to be carried via ship to another area, and your ship doesn't have the storage capacity to carry all the data.
All right, that's one thing down. We'll deal with that on the way out because I don't think we're ready for this to be shut down yet.
Okay.
Can we tell the droids to start loading the crates of food into our ship?
You're going to have to manually go down to the cargo level to do that, but you can do that from there. What you can do is unlock the cargo doors from here.
All right, so we do that.
Sheer, are you actually standing all the way in the back? Is this a relative formation to where you guys are at? Can you give me another agility check?
Oh, sure.
Sorry to pick on you, but you're just in the wrong spot.
Am I? This is where I should be. Agility. Okay, I got an 8.
Okay, you pass. So one of the rats has like snuck up on you, and you just see it at the last minute, and it tries to run up and bite you, and you just kick it, and it falls into the pit.
Fucking frat.
Let's pilot those as the main targets for the drones.
Okay. Go ahead and activate the drones. The drones start sweeping through the facility. There is the occasional blast of energy weapon fire.
How many
Alright.
more of those dog things do you think there are?
Ask the Sammy. Can you ask Mahler?
Reach out. I'm going to ask enemies how many.
It's gonna like show you memories kind of deal. Like it's learning to link to you in a more profound way. It doesn't know an exact number, but it's seen at least 3 of them at a time. So it knows there's at least 3.
Tell them
Well, 2, right?
at least 3.
Oh, we just
You're at
killed
least
one, right?
3. We've killed 1.
Okay, good call. Good call. Basic math.
And these are the things. The dogs are the things that can survive in space.
Yes, it found that out the hard way.
Okay.
All right. So we've opened engineering. Are there any cameras?
There aren't a ton of cameras on the facility even to begin with, but a lot of the ones that were there seem to have been destroyed. This thing definitely destroyed them because it realized it was being tracked.
Okay. All right.
The
I
damn
think that's all we can do here, right? Oh, can you, Deacon? Can you help me fix my leg?
Sure.
If I help him, can I give him a boost?
Sure.
All right. You get a boost.
All right. So it's mechanic.
Are we talking medical or mechanical?
I'm gonna need medical too.
Can't get over that picture.
Which picture?
The one in Discord.
Squeaker.
Yeah, squeaker.
Medical, you got a 10.
Sweet. So I get 2 points back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Mechanical was also a 10.
All right. Leg is fixed up. Leg is not. It's still not completely airtight, but it is repaired.
Alright.
It's enough that if you had to do a brief foray out in space, you feel like you'd survive it, but you wouldn't want to go on an extended spacewalk right now.
All right. All right. So with that, I think we good to go. Can we program the droids so that once we go down there and start moving cargo, they'll help?
Yeah, the droids will help. The droids will accept commands. It's just that they each have individual tasks, and they have to return to their recharge stations. And it's just like a Roomba. Like it has to return to finish after it finishes its task to do it. So you can tell it that hey, when they return, give them a task to help load the crates.
All right. Can we tell the gun droids to patrol the area ahead of us?
Yeah.
Specifically, so that like what's the word I'm looking for? So they're offering their support while we go and try not to die.
Hey, you want them to go ahead or offer support? Because they can fly behind you and shoot, or they can fly ahead and shoot.
I was thinking fly over us.
I just tell them to sweep the whole floor.
You can
We don't really care about the floor. We're going for the cargo hold, and we don't want to deal with
I can send them that way, huh?
you assign them into follow mode. They need a target to follow.
I guess we'll put them on me.
Okay.
All right. You guys are ready.
Cargo hold.
You don't have to worry about those holes anymore.
Come on, Deacon. Oh, the dogs don't travel via hole.
No, the dogs run along the ceiling. All right. Robot recharge station. Let's check that out. I bet it's destroyed. Nope, there's droids in. So these droids can be programmed right now?
Yep, those droids can be programmed right now.
All right. We send them ahead to the to head to the cargo area so that they can start loading things into our ship.
Sure thing.
Does anybody want to go in the biolab?
Yeah, we gotta go check it out.
Why?
You gotta do it.
Why? I don't want to go in there.
I
gotta-
pull out my plasma jet.
Yeah, I open the biolab door.
Okie
I
dokie.
feel like the GM would be really upset if we didn't, but I don't want to go in there.
So there's a purple light in the hallway. There's a skeleton, and then there's a console that says bio. Well, you can read it.
Decontamination controls. Manual purge completed.
And there's a scorched skeleton.
So that probably means it's safe in there.
Okay, yeah, we don't need to go that way.
Oh, no. We went this far. We need to know what's on the other side of the door.
There's too bad it's not a window.
So, if you guys go in, it is an airlock, so it closes the back door and opens the front door.
Mm,
There's a droid trying to mop up the floor. And I'll let you guys look around for a minute.
So what's a personal Oh, okay.
Can you ask Mahler if this is like his origin place?
This is a bad place. This is a dirty, bad place. This is a dangerous place. Don't drink the water.
Yeah, it
Yep.
appears they're tadpoles.
What's inside all these tanks?
Burn them all.
Hold your mouse over it for an extended period of time, and it'll tell you.
Oh, I've got to wait? Okay, all right, there we go.
This is where the rats have come. Is there a way to destroy these?
Probably.
Yes, I hold up the plasma jet.
That's one
Everybody
way.
stand back.
Just out of curiosity, did anyone hold their hand over the corpse? Or did they just loot it?
I did hold my hand over the corpse, so I didn't read it. Throughout her body?
Hmm?
Oh, no.
It's the frats.
Yeah, when they bite you, they infect you with themselves. Okay, get out. Everyone get out. It's a nuclear. Start the flame. Start the plasma jet.
I say we just blow this ship from a distance.
Start the plasma jet.
I start the plasma jet.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a attack roll.
This is gonna go really well, guys.
If you flub it.
I got an 8 exactly.
Okay. So you start the plasma jet up and start trying to torch these containers. The containers instantly shatter because the boiling water is expanding inside the containers, which in turn sprays its contents everywhere, including at you. You are able to hold the plasma jet in front of you and create kind of a like shield of burning plasma at the very last second. And you eventually are able to get all the containers to the point where you're relatively certain all the tadpoles died. With that said,
Another 10 minutes.
Say cook at 1400 for another 10 minutes.
I like my steaks. Well.
Well.
Yeah.
with that said, a drop of it does hit you in the face as one of them explodes.
Oh, gosh.
Spider-Man.
No. That's not Spider-Man. You're now one of those. You've become one of those tubes full of tadpoles.
You're a frog
Yeah.
person.
No. He's a frog person incubator.
Okay, now was anyone else...
Ooh.
I'm assuming everyone else went through the airlock and then you started shooting the plasma jet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you guys are on the other side of the airlock?
Yep.
Oh no. I'm gonna get burned alive.
So,
It's a decontamination unit.
as you walk through here, the light changes color
Oh no.
and the door won't open.
Oh boy. So over comms, I'm like, hey guys, Bad news. I'm contaminated and I can't get out of here. Can you send Mahler just through the door? You can totally bust the door through, right? He eats steel.
I just have a key card. We can open the door.
I mean, we could try, but I'm.
Oh, the
not
real
letting this
question is,
body-
do we want to? Because he's infected, right?
It's almost like this is a medical thing that the doctor should fix.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on!
Open the door and have the doc check him out.
I say we just quarantine him, and I don't know.
Let nature take its
I
course.
just need to stay here for 14 days.
I mean, you will have a lot of frats if that happens.
Anyway, I used the key card to open the door, and we get him med checked.
So
All right, so
there is a way, because you have the blue key card, right?
Yep, I took the blue key card.
You are able to use the blue key card to override the door, but it does basically say the station will go into quarantine mode if you do this.
all right, so what is quarantine mode? Where's our computer guy?
You gotta walk all the way back to the computer terminal.
If it goes into quarantine mode, all those terminals are going to
Wait.
lock.
Hold on. So he's wearing a suit, right?
He
It
is
was.
he is wearing a suit.
So the water just splashed on him, right? On his suit?
Yep.
John,
Oh,
go back
that's-
inside and clean your fucking suit off.
And what? There's no water here.
You have fire.
Don't shoot yourself with a plasma jet.
You just want me to what? Wipe?
Look,
Oh,
there's
I can
got to
wipe
be
it off
something
with,
in there that you can use to clean.
an alcohol pad or something.
I got a flame rifle. I could shoot you with that, and then you could just stop, drop, and roll.
It hit me in the face. I don't want you to flame rifle me in the face.
Just go in there and see if you can find something to clean. I'm sure there's a disinfectant.
Like a Windex, maybe.
I was
A
thinking something
wet
a little
nap.
stronger. Maybe sulfuric acid.
You can just take your helmet off and leave your helmet in there.
Yeah,
That
wet,
seems
wet nap
like
from
not a
KFC.
good idea.
That would work, though.
I've already kind of compromised the space station with the Gauss rifle.
Do we have anything in our survival kits that would do anything to help that?
So,
The problem is we'd have to open the door.
But-
Oh, you know what?
for the sake of speeding things up, I will say that it's embedded itself in the glass of his helmet, so there are a couple of options. Either you could somehow remove it from the glass, which would require a rather delicate procedure, or he can leave the helmet behind. If he leaves the helmet behind, he's going to have to make another check to make sure he doesn't touch or inhale anything on his way out that would compromise him as a person.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to clean it first.
Yeah, you also can go back in, and then we can come in and try to help.
That is true.
You
Like
can just-
if he goes in, then the should turn purple again, and then we can
Yeah,
fix it.
that's true.
Yep.
I'm gonna go in here anyway to try to find a cleaner.
Maybe use the flamethrower on the ground a little more, just to be sure. But we can ask Mahler if the place is clean now. All right, we go in.
Do an infrared check or something like that. Maybe we'll be able to see something with the little tadpoles or something. I don't know.
I mean, Maul, when you guys go in, the first thing he did a number on this place. This place, like the whole side of the lab, is just baked, molten, like it's molten metal. Like that's
So IR not going to help much.
yeah,
Everything is red,
yeah.
bright red. All right.
It's also worth noting that the halon suppression system is kicked on, but you're all wearing vac suits, so.
All right. I'm gonna ask the robot if there's any disinfectant, because he's cleaning the floor. He would know.
It's not going to say anything, but it does have a bottle of like floor cleaner on it. Also, there's a bunch of surgical tools here, so there's plenty of stuff available for you to grab.
Yeah, that's
Is there like a torch, like a mini torch?
There is a laser scalpel on each of these benches.
All right. I'm gonna have Sammy or Deacon attempt to destroy the thing embedded in his helmet.
Okay, who wants to do it?
The scalpel shouldn't cut through the helmet, but it should destroy the thing, right?
I mean, it would eventually cut through the helmet, but I'm assuming you're just going to try and take like the top couple millimeters off.
Delicate face surgery. I'm on it.
I
Is
feel
this a mechanics check?
I feel like it's a medical check, and it should probably be the doctor, but that's just
We'll have the doctor do it. We'll put John on the bench here.
I can do the medical stuff. Do we want to roll a check, or do we want to? Sorry, not check, but assisting.
yeah. So you're gonna definitely want to be assisted. Also, John, you're probably pretty uncomfortable because when you lay down in this bed, it's blatantly meant to surgically modify animals with robotic arms.
This is some weird shit, man.
It could be worse. You could have tadpoles running through your body.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You seen the island of Dr. Moreau?
I will assist Deacon
Sterling,
Sterling.
go ahead and make your roll, Sterling.
All right, so that's 3 dice then.
Yep.
Yes.
We got a 14.
Okay. That definitely passes. So you slice the microbes off the front of his helmet. It's relatively easy. The helmet's still even space tight. And you guys are able to walk out of here.
Nice.
All right, so we're going down to the below level now.
Yep.
Cargo.
Okay. Take all you guys and your new pet, and your gun drone.
Yeah, those are my pets. Unless I get Mauler back.
You haven't lost him to my knowledge.
No, he's bonding with Sammy.
So jealous.
Yeah, Mauler's mine.
We gotta name him something different now.
No, it's Maul and Mauler.
Sammy's like, actually, his biological name is Worm.
He prefers to be called Tickles.
The actual fuck is down here. I bet this is what those fucking tadpoles turn into before they turn into fucking rats.
Oh, what? Wouldn't I?
Place is a fucking nightmare. What is wrong with you, Chris? All right. Anyway, so this is where the stockpiles of stuff are, right?
Yep. So you go in here. This is a place pretty well lit. Obviously, the first thing you realize is this is why the station's so humid. One of the water tanks has burst, and it's become infected with God knows what. And there's little things swimming around in it. And yeah, this is the cargo area. Parts of it are pretty dark. Who walks in first?
I walk in first. I asked Sammy to have Mauler tell us see what his take on the pools of shit are.
Food.
Food?
Food.
So not tadpoles. That's good to know. See if he's hungry.
You don't even have to ask. Like as he says food, he's jumping in. And he apparently swims really well.
Good for him. He'll clear that out for us.
Ah, it hit Maul. Okay, so that's where it's going.
Was that a flying dog?
It sure was. Yeah. Jumped off the top of the tank. Tries to pin Maul down. Doesn't do any actual damage because the narratively did it. But it is definitely like biting at Maul's neck.
I'd like to throw it into the water.
Okay. Go ahead and make it. Everybody gets a turn. So he's going to try to throw it in the water. I am going to say that John is close enough that you can tell that there's another one just running down the aisle towards you.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot that.
Strength check from Maul, shooting check from John. Sterling, what are you doing?
We're shooting.
Kizik and Deacon.
I'm gonna shotgun the thing that Moles throws. Pull!
That's also what the gun drones are going to do, so I'm pretty sure that one's going to do. I'm pretty sure that Maul should actually say pull as he throws it.
15. Use the hammer as a baseball bat.
Do you say pull?
Yeah. 15. I hit it for 15. Do you want me to roll damage too?
I got a 10.
Yeah, you can all roll damage, but I got to tell you, for that one, it's probably not going to matter. John, what's yours?
I rolled a 12 to hit, and it's my assault rifle.
I hit it for 27, AP 50.
It's already dead, but it's going to be extra dead.
I did 9 damage.
Okay.
Hit it for 8 damage.
Sammy, I feel like what you should probably shoot the other one.
I mean, at this point, what's he even shooting?
I pulled out my sawed-off shotgun because I listen to the GM and know that inside of spaceships it's bad, and I did 13 damage. As I first tracked it and then saw that it was just a limp thing, and then saw it explode in bullets, I quickly refocused and got the one coming towards me for 13.
Excellent. That one dies too. This one, chunks of this one land in the water, and you see Tickles here swim up above the water for a second, grab a chunk, and then go back underneath the water. Seems very happy.
Lone survivor. Well, that and the tadpoles. All right. So we'll start getting the droids to start loading rations onto the ship.
Yep. Okay, you guys want to walk over to the storage section?
Yep.
And you don't really have to. It's all narrative from here on out. But yeah, you walk up here. There's stations. The silos with the raw materials for the ration dispensers have long since run dry, but the droids are still trying to fill them. But there's nothing in the hoppers. And in here are just wall to wall boxes of ration packs and water packs and stuff. It's enough for the fleet plus some.
Awesome.
Time to load up.
Yep. And you program all the droids to start doing the moving.
Mhm.
And then we program 2 of the droids to take the hard drives when the rations are, like 10% left. Then they can start taking the hard drives.
Sounds good.
That should be enough time, right?
Yep, it's perfect. And that brings us to the end of this session.
Well done, team.